Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community.
Woohoo!
Before the show, we were talking about music, and we won't continue that discussion.
Well, there's a lot because now chat's going. They're like saying a lot of bands for the all-time win.
Nirvana, 90s grunge.
We had this
Real
long
Big Fish,
discussion
Goldfinger.
brought up by Freaky in chat. So
Best single soundtrack in a game ever.
Like, so you mean like a single, like one song from a game,
Or
like
like a song soundtrack, and let's say composition. So like pulling in songs not made for the game. So like you pull in a Goldfinger, for instance, because I would say Tony Hawk number 1 and 2 would have to be like one of the best soundtracks.
I got you, and then
out there.
Yeah, and then you have oh, my brain's going blank, but Hotline Miami, I would have to say takes the cake. Hotline Miami 1 or 2, I'd put both of them on the pedestal.
Do they bring in outside? I don't know the soundtrack. Do they? Bring in outside?
They do. They do, but it's more electronic music. It's not mainstream stuff. Like
yeah, sure.
Like
Tony Hawk.
Exactly, like Tony Hawk, or what's that racing game that I really like? Burnout.
Burnout
brought in. Burnout is the game that introduced me to Yellow Card, which is now one of my favorite bands.
Sure.
But I would have to say Hotline Miami, man.
Still for you. Hotline, you play that before the show, and every time it blows my mind.
It is so good. Oh, my goodness.
This is podcast.
Oh, let's go on to the show.
Number 205. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. If you want to join us live every Friday, you can do so over on mixer.com/X1Bros, mixer.com/X1Bros. Join us there. It's a good time. Also, every morning you can join me where I might or might not play Minecraft. That's basically what it comes down to.
It depends on if other game servers
are working, like Sea of Thieves, which I did want to play Sea of Thieves this week, and I was not able to because the morning that I got up to play it, it was down for it was scheduled maintenance. So my bad. I should have looked, but I did. But how far in advance do they schedule that? And when do they announce the scheduled maintenance? Like the night before?
Right before they bring it down.
Yeah, I've got to. Which, by the way, Jordan, have you seen in Sea of Thieves? They broke a record of all of the chests that they could fit on a ship. I showed McSpicy it.
Oh, well, there's an achievement to have 20 at once.
No, they did.
There is?
They did 90. Was it 90 or 99?
It was 101.
101. It was 101.
101.
And it's insane. Like, can you imagine sinking that ship? It took them 15 hours to do it. They were streaming it. These guys were streaming it.
So at a certain, did they just like collision the chest like wouldn't drop anymore, or there's just no room? Or
I think they were like, I think we've done it. Let's take this in.
So I'm sorry. Going back to like another game that has good music.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I have ADD.
Okay, we're going back. Yeah, let's go back in time.
Grand Theft Auto should have an honorable mention.
Oh yeah, even though because it's like they make their own music mimicked after.
No, they have
songs.
like. They have Willie Nelson and Andreas. I love.
Oh, we're not talking 5.
We're talking any Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
They all have their own stations.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. The variety is insanity,
and they use real songs like Vice City. Oh, that's the '80s music, and Vice City is so good. Yeah, but I would say that's an honorable mention, and I would like to ask you a question.
Sure, ask me away.
Let's remove the outside source music. What game would have the best soundtrack that was composed for said game?
For the game that affected me the most, Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah,
Ori and the Blind
Forest
Forest
had the biggest effect. You take that music out of the game, and that game is not as good. Like the music is such a big part of that game that I think if you remove it, that game is still solid, but it is nowhere near where it is. That music is so intertwined with that game that in fact, that is the first standalone soundtrack that I purchased of a video game.
Really?
Yes.
Cool. That's good. That's cool.
Because I enjoyed it that much. Sometimes I listen to it when I work out.
You listen to Ori when you work out? Is it like the drum one?
The volcano as you're trying to go up the volcano? Yeah.
Yeah. That is pretty good. They should make a rap song.
Let's ask Jordan. Jordan, soundtrack game best one.
Honestly,
your favorite.
Ori's.
Chat has said Halo 2.
Halo 2 is really good. Yeah. I have my opinion, but I've mentioned it millions of times on the show.
Hotline Miami?
No, because that's outside music.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're talking inside music. Well, tell me again. I don't think I remember.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. That's
Brumblebush. Was it Brumblebush Symphony?
While at work, occasionally I turn on the gaming channel via Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Music. They all have them.
The original Donkey Kong.
And they're so good.
Like
Sometimes that pops up.
from like the
Super
Yeah.
Nintendo.
like the arcade
The
from
arcade.
like 81 or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop, beep, beep,
Where
beep,
you're
pop.
where you're throwing barrels down at Mario.
That music took talent, man. That was
Well, like
you didn't have instruments back in those. Well, I mean, you had instruments.
even
but
the
you could've put
Super
them in games.
Nintendo, like you listen to the other games that are on the Super Nintendo, like they're dealing with some crazy old school hardware.
Yeah.
Yet they have like Brush Symphony, like I mentioned, that song sounds it holds up today, even though it was built on, it was made with the MIDI engine of the Super Nintendo. It blows my mind how good that music is.
Video game music versus movie music. I contend that at this point in history, video game music has surpassed in quality and prestige that of movie music.
I would agree, and the reason I have a theory as to why. I think artists that are decent and good and like to express themselves are more free to express themselves however they please in an independent manner, such as a video game.
Yeah.
When you get involved with a lot of like the big stream stuff, there's a lot of hands in the pot, and I think a lot of creativity is kind of diminished a little bit. But that's why I think I really do think that video games is a great outlet, especially indie game developers.
Yeah.
Is a great outlet for art and music. And
Just take the Halo series music by itself. That is some of the best composed symphony music ever.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I don't claim to be a symphony composed expert, but the ear test, it passes the ear test.
The ear hole test.
The ear hole test. It passes my ear hole test.
Oh, good.
The X1 ear hole test. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. It's Mr. McSpicy. Mr. McSpicy, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing really good.
Oh, yeah. What big game that you played that you didn't expect to play this week?
Oh,
Hearthstone.
Oh, some Hearthstone. Coming at you with some Hearthstone.
Which is so stupid because I love that game. And
it's a fun game.
What Hearthstone does well is they pull me back. They pull me back.
Back to reality.
Yeah, they got the new DLC coming out it's April 12th, by the way, Jordan.
Oh, cool. So just next week.
So you have 6 days to pre-order the 70 packs.
That's literally next Thursday.
Very nice.
Literally.
That is literally next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
And I'm pretty sure it's April 12th. So don't quote me on that, but pretty sure it's April 12th. So you got to get your packs.
Next, he's Jordan the man. Jordan Pass.
Hello.
Jordan, game you didn't expect to play this week that you did.
Oh, dude, I played a lot of games.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
really jealous.
Dude, can I tell you about my week?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me.
it's a good week. So I played a lot of games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, it's okay. So I started out playing. Okay, so last week we had the question: is Ubisoft one of the best developers out there?
Yeah.
I'll say this week they moved up a couple notches.
Oh,
yeah, no, they
moved
really
up
did.
for you. Now,
They're
what caused
definitely in
them
the
to
top
move
five.
up?
Because I just had
the belt notch.
so I played Far Cry 5 a lot. I'm 100%ing that game. That's what I'm doing. So the gameplay is just really fun. They nailed it. It's really good. I'm glad they got rid of the towers and stuff like they just did a really good job.
Really
yeah,
well.
It flows organically. It's good. I find myself wanting to do all these side quests and stuff. I mean, they're still not the best side quests. I mean, they're not Witcher 3 side quests, but they're still the game is fantastic. I completed the one zone. I'm working on 100% the one zone.
Oh,
yeah. And I'm working on completing the other zone. Now, I mean, Ubisoft still does some stuff that I don't really care for, but they moved up a couple notches this week, not only because of that, but I played Ghost Recon. Ranked.
Oh.
They have
nice.
ranked multiplayer now. We jumped in. I played a few matches. I'm not good.
You suck.
But it was a good time. I had a fun time.
Right?
I had a fun time bringing down the rankings for my team members. So it was a good
for
time.
you.
And
That's always a special moment.
And then it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It stops with Ubisoft there.
Oh.
But I played a game because of your recommendation from someone else's recommendation. I played Smite this week.
Oh,
really?
Smite! Yes, I keep wanting to jump into that. That's Creed and Eve. I got to give a shout out to Creed and Eve. He's all about that game, and he always gets me wanting to play it.
I said to myself, Jordan, why not play this game?
And what was the answer that you?
We played. I don't know if it was in beta when we played it last, but I'm like level 3 or 4. So we played it a long time ago when it came. I never played it on the PC or anything like that. So only on the Xbox. I jumped in. I was still in the tutorial, so I played through the tutorial and I played one round just with other players. And I don't usually do this, but I turned on the mic and I chatted with those folks.
Oh, how were they?
They were all nice because they were all like level 2 like me.
Oh, okay.
So it was
So
like,
hey guys,
hey, I'm Cupid. Do I just fly? And I said, I don't know.
I'm
man. Zeus. I just so it was a good time. We lost, but it was a good time.
Oh,
I really. So I used to play League of Legends back in the day.
Okay, yeah.
back
you're
in the
getting me
day,
excited.
yeah.
I don't know why you're getting me
Yeah.
excited, but I'm like
And,
really excited
I
right
know
now.
I know this turns a lot of people off, but the gear system, and I know that's what's so good about.
Well, that's
Heroes-
also what turns it off. I
It
don't think
also
it turns it
turn-
off. It's the barrier to entry.
yeah. The gear system,
because that's also the hook.
yeah, and games like
League of Legends.
games like Heroes of the Storm.
Sure.
They kind of they took that out and added their own thing, what makes it a little bit nicer. But the gear system was a lot of fun because you're really min-maxing your character, and I like doing that in the MMOs and stuff like that, right? So getting into, I mean, it's a little bit more daunting having all that gear, but it was just fun. It was a nice change.
Yeah.
It was like a breath of fresh air. You know,
Oh,
it was just
I
like,
like
oh,
that.
this is
Man.
different. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed the third person. It
Did
felt really weird at first. It felt like you walked into the wrong bathroom.
Okay, I've
Like
done
you're
that
so,
before.
oh,
Yeah.
this
Like, wait,
is
where
weird.
am I? I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
But then you kind of take a look around and you're like, you know what? This is okay. This
You know
is
what?
pretty
It's
good.
functional.
It's cleaner in here.
you know what? This bathroom has 1,200 stalls
Yeah,
compared
whoa,
to the
yeah,
men's
yeah.
bathroom.
I can see
They're
myself
wider.
relaxing.
Yeah.
There's a couch and perfume on the counter.
And I ended up, and that's kind of how like it felt really weird at first being in that third person and the way it works on the controller. But
Yeah.
after about maybe 20 or probably 15 minutes into the round, like it felt good.
Just like
Just like
when
if
you go into the
when
wrong
you go to the
bathroom.
wrong bed, you're like, whoa.
Once you get used to it, it
yeah,
feels
yeah.
pretty freaking good.
Yeah, that's, anyway, that's just and then it doesn't end there. I mean, there's all this new stuff that came out.
Oh,
Jeez.
man. And you played some Hearthstone too? Did you play some Hearthstone as
I
well?
did. I called Mark because I couldn't get past.
What'd you call him? That joke. That joke.
Yeah.
That joke.
I got it.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Thank
is,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
I called Mark because there's a new expansion coming out, and we were kind of talking about the new abilities and the cards and stuff. And then I also needed to ask him. I was having trouble with one of these bosses, and Mark gave me some advice,
Pirate Warrior.
and it worked.
I mean, you don't even have to think with that deck. Just Pirate Warrior.
I said, Mark, how'd you beat this guy? I'm really having trouble with him. He says, well, just use the Pirate Warrior. You know,
Okay, I'm there.
And bam. First try.
Are you serious?
First try I won on the Pirate Warrior. I put the Pirate
That
Warrior
is
deck
such a
together.
fun deck.
Yeah,
Like,
it's hilarious.
I love it when you play other people with the Pirate Warrior and you know they're uninstalling the game after you beat them.
Yeah.
Because they're so mad because it's so cheap. By turn 5, they're dead.
It's like a cheap win.
It is. It's just that speed deck. I guess.
can appreciate that. Last but
But-
not least, I am XoneBros. We are the XoneBros. I played a lot of Minecraft this week,
Yeah, you
and that's
did.
it. I did not have a chance to play any other games. I had a busy week, but let me tell you, I was telling you guys before the stream, if you jump back into Minecraft, the realm, it's a completely different realm.
Well, people are.
We're flying around like
You got
crazy,
air
like
control
crazy
towers.
bats. Air control. It's just
You have an air control tower, do you really?
We're
Well, there's
putting.
this-
I
it's the
believe
ne-
we're going
It's the next natural.
I believe we're putting up
evolution.
beacons in the sky now to monitor your flight. Like we're flying around every. You can pass trains. Not a thing anymore.
And this
Everyone's
is
air.
This is in survival mode. Not
you should see
creative
the
mode.
high school that's being built.
Roads?
Oh, you should see the fire department.
Where we're going, we don't
And I have
need
to give a
roads.
shout out to that's. You know how many times that was said in the stream today?
Are
as
you
I'm flying?
serious?
Like 20 times. In fact, I need to get that clip.
All
we need to get that clip.
You got a pen?
Clip it up, baby.
All right, I'll write that down.
Anyways, it's so much fun. I can't wait to take you guys around, show you guys the suburbs. You gotta get
How
your
do we
plot.
fly?
got the neighbors
Explain
in the,
to
in the
someone
suburbs.
like myself who's
So you get the
doesn't know
cape,
how to fly.
what is it called? The elytra, the elytra.
The Doctor Strange cape.
It's the cape.
the
It
Doctor-
lets you
Okay.
glide,
Okay.
but if you hold a firework in your hand and you shoot the firework off while you glide down it, and you
Oh,
fly
are you
around.
kidding me?
Not kidding you. No
That-
Maybe I can actually
That's
map
awesome.
the area now.
You definitely could map the. I could go to the Crappy Kingdom, which normally is like a 5-minute train ride. 2 seconds, just, and I'm there. It's insane.
Okay, I'm there.
It's insanity, and I love it.
wanted to be a cartographer in that realm.
Dude, if we could get
Because
a
if
master
you go to the
map,
church-
if you could get a master map of the entire everything that's been developed. Boom.
Well, because remember how I was trying to, back when I played on that realm a lot more?
Yeah.
I made the Elder Dragon Church. If you go upstairs in the Elder Dragon Church, I have maps.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's right.
I was.
it's pretty large. What you got?
Yeah.
Although,
You're like Lewis and Mark.
That's
whoa,
exactly
oh,
what-
boom,
Oh,
boom, boom.
Yeah, all right. Good
Oh,
job.
yeah,
Good
there
job,
we go. We're on
Jordan.
fire.
Oh man, that's good. No, yeah, the problem was that map is huge.
The
Like
map is
we got
huge.
the biggest world we could possibly
yeah.
have.
Oh yeah. Anyways, come join us.
We go big.
Ready for this?
Or we just go
we
home.
have a Starbucks out in
Really?
the suburbs.
For it to be a actual realistic, you need to have at least 8.
Yeah, that's true. One on every corner.
8
district.
Starbucks and
Yeah, per
terrible hot
district.
chocolate.
We also have a cemetery.
Do we have a pet cemetery?
We have a kick-ass fire department. It is
Nice.
awesome.
Is it next to the Ghostbusters? fire
No,
department.
No,
this is
that's-
out in the suburbs.
Okay.
This is the department for the suburbs.
No,
Oh,
beats it all. And I have to give a shout out to my man, Matt Dan. Eden's Project is out past the suburbs. Legitimate replica
Hold
of
on.
Eden's Project.
I've had a lot of trouble this week with Eden's Gate.
It's Eden's Gate. Sorry, that's what I mean. Project Eden's Gate. Right out there. The church, the boat house, the tower, the father's humble abode, right past it.
Let me tell you something. The father's not too happy with me right now.
Dude, let me tell you something.
He's-
Come into Minecraft and preach. I'll let you
The
guest
father-
preach. I will allow you to guest preach
Guest preach
at
Church
the
of
Father's
Eden.
church, the Church of Eden's Gate.
They're
Do-
talking about Far Cry 5, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have his glasses and his slick back hair? And
But we do have, if you join the fold, we have clothes that you're required to wear. That signify you. That's Matt Dan, my man.
That's hilarious. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
There was a scene
Okay.
in Far Cry 5 where you get through Far Cry 5 you'll get random cutscenes with the main bad guy, right? The father.
Yes.
There was a scene where he was crouching down, he was looking at the ground the whole time, talking, like monologuing to me.
Sure.
And then at the end he said something and like looked up at me. I had to turn off the game and lock the door. Like it was
creepy.
I'm
huh?
telling you, the animation,
the storytelling is fantastic.
yeah. Well, I mean, and just I feel like they just done such a good job graphically
such a
with
good
this
job.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's the father means business.
Guess what? It's the first weekend or the first Friday of every month. That means you know what that means? That means it's time for the drawings. We got 2 drawings every month. Can we get some like celebration party music here going? So as we talk here, this is we got 2 drawings.
Okay. Back to the Future. Is that
Yes,
good?
that's good. That's
The
good.
Pinheads. Go for it.
Thank you very much. We got 2 drawings every month for our Patreon. Our Patreon subscribers. One is a game, and one is a mug, a positive gaming mug. That's right. You hold it up like a mug that you drink. If you want to be eligible for this drawing, you just need to subscribe to us on Patreon. XoneBros.com/support or XoneBros.com, and then just hit the Patreon button or the support button. It takes you right over to Patreon.
Do you want, that was a little quick. Let me
That was
get
quick.
something,
Give me something like. Anyways, our winner. Let's go to the mug winner first. Our
Bill and
mug
Ted's.
winner that everybody's eligible, whether you donate $1 or $20 per month. You are eligible for the mug. The positive gaming mug goes to the one, the only, Mr. Ryan Barber. Come on
right,
down, Ryan
yeah.
Barber. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you so much for your support, Mr. Barber. We really appreciate it. Always a good time. Hope you enjoy your mug. It's coming to you shortly. The winner of the game, the games you get to select from.
I'll keep going with the music.
This maybe turn down a little bit. Turn down a little bit.
Harder.
Maybe all the way off. We can go all the way off and then,
Okay.
then do like a clap.
Just hold on.
So the game drawing is for everybody who pledges $3 and above each month. And this month's choices, the winner gets to choose between A Way Out.
Oh, very good. Co-op. Find a friend.
Oh, find a friend and play. Actually, you get 2 game codes
Yeah.
when you get that game too. So you can.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
It is.
you-
It is
a
a.
friend.
It
You
is
have
a
to
friend
play.
game.
You have to play co-op.
They basically have like the old Spawn system from StarCraft.
Yeah, you have to play co-op.
So you can give away a copy.
So A
essentially,
Way
as long
Out.
as you play with them.
Choice between A Way Out, Far Cry 5.
Ooh, the father, man.
and Monster Hunter.
Oh,
that's
they're Monster Hunter.
Monster
doing some
Hunter.
stuff. They're
Yeah,
doing some stuff.
doing some big stuff.
Yeah,
Big,
spring.
giant, scary, multiple teeth T-Rexes on steroids kind of stuff.
It's good stuff.
Oh, good stuff all the way around. And the winner of this month's game giveaway is the one and only Mr. Graham Smith.
All right. Hey.
Congratulations,
Did I
Graham
do it?
Smith.
Yeah,
Well, I was just thinking because there's a funny story with Graham Smith. Graham Smith actually.
You were looking at me like I pressed the wrong button, but I
So
was
his
like,
name is
"No,
spelled.
that's the crowd
He's from
clapping."
Scotland. He's our brother from Scotland.
All right.
And his name is spelled a certain way. And I think the first time I pronounced his name, I said like Grammy Smith. And then he showed his friend who's Mitchell, now in the community. And that's how Mitchell started listening to the show. But Graham Smith, congratulations.
Is it just Graham?
Graham Smith?
Yeah, that's a name. Graham.
Yeah, Graham.
Grame.
Like Graham Boyd from Xbox.
Well, it has an E at the end?
Yeah, that's what throws me off.
Is he French?
No, he's Scottish.
Graham.
I think it's Graham.
Graham.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, like jam?
And he's going to yell at me. I'm sorry, man, if I butchered your name.
Sorry.
G-Man. Anyways, congratulations for winning. Let us know A Way Out, Far Cry 5, or Monster Hunter. If you'd like to support us, if you'd like to be eligible for these drawings, please head over to patreon.com/positive gaming and consider supporting the show. If everybody that listened to us just donated $1 a month, we would be able to do this full time. We appreciate the support. Thank you, everybody. And with that, let's get this show on the road.
Jordan.
Hey.
What is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week?
Dude, there's a lot happening this week. As always, I go through, I pick my favorite stories. I pick some heavy hitters, some little guys, just to mix things up. But there's a lot of good ones. First off, this has nothing to do with Xbox.
Okay.
Johnny English Strikes Again trailer was announced.
I love Johnny English!
Was announced this week.
Wait, did the trailer came out?
Oh, the trailer came out?
Well, how did it hold
It
up
looks
to
fantastic.
standards? Johnny
One of my
English.
favorite spy movies.
My wife hates Johnny English. I love Johnny English.
I don't know why she hates Johnny English.
I think your wife hates Johnny English as
Johnny
well.
English is the man.
So while our house was being built...
I think I like Johnny English better than James Bond.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
I think Johnny English is a better time to hang out with.
No, James
You're gonna hate me. I've never seen Johnny English.
Wow.
James Bond.
Do I need to go? Like,
You need to
leave the
watch
show?
it. Yeah,
You need to
put
watch.
it on your Plex account.
You need to watch
Okay,
Johnny
okay.
English.
Johnny English 1 and Johnny English
Be warned.
2.
Be warned. Here's and this interesting phenomenon that happens with Johnny English. When our house was being built, we had no house. So instead of living on the street, we lived with Jordan.
I remember you were in the basement.
In the basement. In the basement. Jordan
Basement.
literally would yell at me if I came up from the basement.
No,
Sometimes-
I witnessed that. I walked
Sometimes.
in one time. He came home from work, and we were all chatting in the living room, and he told everyone to shut up. He had his bowl of cereal, and he didn't sit on the couch. The couch is like surrounding the
He
TV
didn't
area.
want to look at us.
He went right in front of the TV like a Dalmatian dog from the 101 Dalmatians.
It was
And
my
said,
routine. I was watching something.
Everyone, shut up. I'm going to start playing video games. And it's like the main living room area. He's got a system.
Oh, that cracks me up so much. Anyways, we watched Johnny English.
Great movie.
Both of our wives hated it.
Oh,
And we had already seen it. We love it.
That is
It
so
is
funny.
hilarious.
I
love Johnny English.
There's one scene
However,
I will never forget.
I do. Oh, at the way that movie ends, one of the best endings of the movie of all time.
I'm talking about the Pope scene.
Yeah, that's
That-
the
oh,
end.
yeah,
It's at the end. It's
that
at
was
the very end
hilarious.
of that movie.
That was so
Yeah,
funny.
Mixed Spicy, you'll love it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
check it
good
out.
one. Yeah, it's a good one.
On that note, I have to say that I started watching Dragon Ball off of the hype.
Dragon Ball Z.
Off of the hype.
Wait, Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z
Ball.
or Dragon Ball
Dragon
Super
Ball.
or Dragon Ball?
Are you starting-
Start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Dragon
So
Ball.
young Goku.
Young Goku
Yeah, he still has his tail.
with his tail.
Ah.
With his
Has
tail.
he? Do you know what the tail does?
Not yet. No, not- I am
It-
7 episodes in.
It gets good.
7 episodes in. Okay.
What are you watching this on?
Funimation.
Funimation.
Funimation? Okay, it's on Funimation. Okay.
On a TV.
Oh.
That joke. I'm on fire.
You're
I'm
on fire.
baby.
Wow.
Dragon Ball. My wife grew up, loves it. Like her favorite. She's always, as we're watching anime, we need to watch Dragon Ball. We need to watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You tell me you love it. So I started watching it, the original one. Weird.
Oh, it's not a good anime unless it's weird. It's
Well, this is what's so it's incredibly entertaining. Don't get me wrong. But let me preface this with saying I really enjoy it. The storytelling is very good, and Goku is awesome and hilarious. This is the parts that I find weird. They are obsessed with women's panties. Have you seen Dragon Ball? The original?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
They're searching for the Dragon Balls. So, spoiler alert: go watch Dragon Ball if you've not. Go
I haven't seen it, so you're going to
Yeah, I
spoil
believe
it to
there's-
me too.
There's 7 Dragon
well,
Balls.
it's not a big-
Jordan,
it's
I
not a
don't
big-
know what. I don't even know that.
That's
Well,
the premise. That
it's-
starts away. That's
yeah.
I
just the
guess
premise.
this show's been on for 25 years.
Yeah,
or
That's
something.
the premise.
it counts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's past this.
F the spoiler alerts. Here we go. There are 7 balls, 7 Dragon Balls that must be collected. That's what they're searching for. This is the entire premise of the show, so it's not really a spoiler alert. In one of I will just illustrate to you how they're obsessed. In one of the episodes, there's an old man that it becomes a fairly relative character in the story.
Yeah, is he their trainer?
He's the guy that lives on an island. That's
Yeah.
the turtle guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's.
I can't remember his name at the moment
He
because I'm
likes
just
his
obsessed
magazines
with the way.
if you know what I mean.
Well, I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. There's a teenage girl. I'd say she's like 15. That is with Goku. Goku's like 8, right? Maybe she's 16. I don't know. Goku's like 8. the old man, in exchange for the Dragon Ball that he has hanging around his neck, oh yeah, you can have the Dragon Ball if you let me see your panties. And she shows him twice.
This is like really creepy.
Yeah, this is what that show is. And it's like out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Panties? Goku is basically an alien child from...
He's a Saiyan.
Yeah, anyways. He's not normal. And he grew up isolated in the middle of the woods, so he doesn't know that there are boys and girls. And so what Goku does...
I don't know if I want to hear anymore.
What Goku does...
You're like, wait, I don't know if I want to watch a show anymore.
Is when he meets new people, he walks around and he goes like this. And for those of you that are in radio land listening, I'm doing a patting motion, like if you're patting someone's bottom.
Was that the guy?
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Only he's patting the
I
front
don't like
of them.
where this discussion is going.
And he's like, "Are you a boy or a girl? Oh, you're a girl. Or oh, you're a boy." It's like, what is going? Anyway, so I looked it up and I was like, "What is this, like a cultural thing? Like, what does this make?" No, that's just for comic relief. Literally, that's what the creators, that's what the Dragon Ball wiki, that's what it all says. It's literally comic relief.
I can only imagine the Google search you had to search to find that out.
But did it make you laugh? I mean, did it do its
makes
job?
me laugh because I'm like, what is going on?
That's how they get you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's insanity.
man.
Anyways, it is really good, but
you gotten to the
McSpicy,
fights?
you've got to watch 3 episodes. 3 episodes, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait till you guys get to Dragon Ball Z. The best story arc, in my opinion, is the Cell story arc. The Goku Cell fight, Gohan Cell fight. Oh,
so
good.
there's a first fight, like a legit fight, and the fight scenes are freaking awesome.
Well, what I appreciate about Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is the fight scenes. That's a good 30-40 episodes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they charge up.
Oh yeah. Good time.
Yeah.
Good times. Anyways, moving on.
Speaking a different language.
Yeah.
Moving on from movies, let's go talk video games.
Yes,
Here we go. Way sidetracked.
The Darwin Project.
Oh yes,
now
the Darwin Project.
has duos. Big news.
Duos live on Xbox Live and the PC. The update is live. Anyways.
Duos, for those of you that don't matter, is teams of 2.
Teams of 2.
For those of you that don't matter, sorry, those of you that don't know. Did I
Those
say it like
that
that? I
don't
didn't mean.
Those of you that don't matter. If you don't play this game, you don't matter. For those of you that don't matter.
For those of you
I don't know why that came out that way.
It's-
For
and the way-
those,
and the way you said-
self-identify
and you were
as
like-
useless.
And you said it so happy. Teams of 2.
I honestly don't know why it came out that way. For those that don't know, it's teams of 2.
Teams of 2.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, that's out. That's super exciting
Wow,
because
sorry.
I have wanted to play this game with people.
Yeah, with a
for
friend,
a while.
yeah.
With a friend, I'm really excited. Jono has this game. You have the game, so now we can jump in. And
Now,
play
what'll
with
be
twos.
interesting is because you're only 10 people, you can't do any more than duos. I think, right? Or do you think eventually they'll come out with?
Well,
bigger
you could
modes,
probably
or
go to like 16 and do
maybe teams of
or
5,
15,
do 20, teams
do
of 5.
15 and do 3s.
Because traditionally in battle royale games, you
Yeah.
usually have your single, your solo, your duo, and your squads, which
Squad,
is generally about is it 4 or 5?
Four.
4,
It's 4.
4. Okay, so do you think they'll ever increase the cap and come out with more? Or do you think this is their spot? Like their sweet spot is 10. You know what I mean?
Their sweet spot is 10.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the 10. I
You
like
could
that
probably
it's
the
a
10 is
smaller-
a little sparse. You could probably go 15 and do teams of 3. That's only
Yeah.
adding 5 players
Yeah.
on the same map and do
Teams of
5
3.
teams of 3. That wouldn't be bad. Because with 2s, you're doing 5 teams of 2. So just keep it at 5 teams and just go to 3.
Yeah,
And I could see that as being really fun. We'll see. We'll see how duos
it's gonna
goes.
be fun. Yeah, so be sure to check out duos. Darwin Project is in game preview.
Oh,
right
I'm
now,
so excited. I really enjoy that game.
It's
Go
a
check
fun
it out.
one. Xbox Live rewards.
Oh yeah.
Mark, actually, I thought about you when I saw this story. Is your Xbox Live rewards still broken?
Oh, I haven't checked for a long time.
Because I think this might fix it.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it will too.
Yeah, so
It's
what they're
changing.
doing is they're changing Xbox.
Change is
So
coming.
right now there's Xbox Live rewards. They are changing it to Microsoft rewards. So basically, they're getting rid of the Xbox Live rewards program in
And then
favor
adding
of a
Microsoft
yeah.
in front of those words.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And basically, what you're doing is it's a more all encompassing program, right? It works for Microsoft in general. So, for example, say you go to the Microsoft store and buy something, you will get Microsoft reward, and you can then use that Microsoft reward to buy other Microsoft stuff or
Yeah.
buy Xbox stuff, or so. So it's kind of it's all kind of under one umbrella now, if you will. Which
Okay.
which I mean, it's really not. I don't mind this because I mean, essentially for me, it's just giving me more rewards to choose from, right? I usually just use the cash it in and use
Yeah,
the
I never paid attention to this because mine was always broken.
yeah.
So
I usually just cash it in and use that money to get discounts on games, you know. But yeah, so if you have any remaining Xbox Live rewards credits, as of May 31st, 2018. These will apparently be converted to the rewards points.
You won't lose them; they'll be converted.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're undeposited, or whatever your local
Deposit
currency-
those.
Yeah.
Deposit them.
But yeah, very cool.
I like
so this will be interesting to see how they roll this out and to see how it works.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. By the way, I just got my taste buds tricked. I went for a
I
drink
did
of
the
water,
same thing.
and it was orange, and it kind of, I had like a little meltdown in my mouth.
This
here.
is orange water.
No,
This is
yeah.
orange water.
I went and grabbed-
I like it.
I went and grabbed
it's
it.
not,
Yeah,
it's not that it tastes bad, but it tricked me.
I told the same thing to Mark. I thought the water was bad, but I thought, how can water go bad? Then I looked like
to
it.
use a Jordan analogy, it's like when you walk into the wrong bathroom.
Yeah.
But it happened in my mouth with water.
It
Like, it was-
shocks you
it
for
was
a
very
minute, but then you're like,
surprising.
what?
Yeah, this is
bad.
flavored water. It's orange flavored water.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
Yeah, I
Mandarin,
just
actually.
saw the water bottles from
Very
the
nice.
fridge and I grabbed
Next
them.
in the news, True Achievements. I do have a correction to make to True Achievements last week.
I like flavored water,
So
okay?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Last week,
Water's boring.
we had insanely high achievement scores. Apparently, what happens, I was notified by a couple people who are big time achievement hunters in the community that usually happens when there's a glitch in Xbox Live. So last week's achievements were glitched. So everybody showed up with
There
like
was a glitch in the
100,000,
system, huh?
50,000.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this week it seems to be fixed. Our True Achievement leaderboard, you can check out over at trueachievements.com. Just search X1Bros. It's a 7-day rolling leaderboard, so every 7 days it resets. The number one person this week is the one and only the man from down under, Mr. Oz Bundy Boy, with a True Achievement score of 15,000. Congratulations, Oz Bundy
Very
Boy.
cool, very
yes.
cool.
Golf clap. Golf clap. We're then followed up by Papa Shuffler, Koosh Moose, New York Giants, Buffs,
Nice.
and JShoe11. Congratulations, guys. If you want to compare yourself to other members of the community every 7 days, you can do so over on the True Achievements leaderboard. The XoneBros True Achievements leaderboard. It's
Very
a good
cool.
time.
Very cool.
We need to have a competition between the three of us sometime. We'll talk about that later.
I think I'm actually winning right now.
No, but like a real competition
real
where
one,
we know
where
what's
we
going
start-
on.
Okay, yeah.
we start like May 1.
When
Boom.
I think Cube 2 is coming out. No, I'm not even
We
kidding.
gotta
I
wait
really
for-
think there's.
No, it
I
is.
think I saw
It
Cube
is,
2
yeah.
coming out. Maybe we
I
can
saw that
start
as
when
well.
that comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to set some standards and rules. Do we buy $1 games to get 1,000 gamer score? Is that legal?
If the rule is if it's an achievement
The
on
rule
Xbox,
is
then you
there
can
are
use
no
it.
rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only rule is there are no rules.
Because I'm going to pour all my fun money into this and just destroy you, gentlemen. This is totally pay to
Okay.
win.
There is an honor system. You cannot pay someone to get your achievements.
Of course not.
there
there
has
is
to be
that.
some.
You can't
honor.
outsource. You can't
among-
outsource. your
You can't
achievements.
outsource.
You can't outsource to India your achievement hunting.
I wonder if that's actually a
It
thing.
probably is. It's competition.
So, but to start your achievements, you can do State of Decay 2.
Oh,
that
yes.
comes out a little bit later this year. But they came out with some new gameplay, and let me tell you,
Dude, the co-op looks so good. In that game.
now okay, I'm stupid.
You are kind of.
And how does the co-op work? Because now when I buy a game and they say it's co-op,
No,
I
no,
have
no,
to
no,
take
no.
a step back.
You've got to
and
watch.
go, Whoa,
There's
is it co-op
No,
or is
this-
it fake co-op?
No, this
Like
is
Far Cry.
Yeah, like
it's a
Far
jab
Cry,
at Far
yeah.
Cry, right?
This
Yeah.
is true co-op.
So when I come into David's world,
Come into my world.
I bring in one of my survivors.
You bring in one of your
doesn't
characters.
matter which one. Do I go back story progress or just stuff?
I believe so.
or-
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate. I feel like that was a good move on them.
I could just be completely lying,
Well,
but
I
I
guess
believe
we'll
so.
find
From
out.
the videos that I watched, it was true co-op, to my understanding.
Very cool.
Nobody mentioned anything like, "Oh, this only sucks. This only works in your game," and that's it.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
that's in my
That's
mind. That's called a broken co-op system.
I call it fake co-op.
Yeah.
So
It's not real. It's just I call it piss you off co-op.
State of Decay.
so
though.
new gameplay came out. I believe they're playing on the PC, but it looks great. It looks like a ton of fun. There you go. Yeah, it looks like a ton of fun. So
awkward
yeah, sorry,
silence.
David was confused on where we were at in the
Yeah.
story. Yeah, because I hopped one. But yeah, State of Decay looks too. I'm really excited for this. Also a Game Pass game. So if you're not sure about this game or whatever, you want to get it for $10 for a month, Game Pass is the way to go.
Yeah.
So and we tested it. You do get it the night of at midnight. I think you do have to wait just a little bit longer because it didn't quite release at 12:01. We tested it with Sea of Thieves, but we did get it the night of.
10:01 for us, right? So it was,
No, yeah, at our time.
it was
because
like
it goes
30
off
minutes
easy.
later for us.
Yeah, got to wait for their servers to. But yeah, so it does work. So don't. I mean, stay up late, get the Mountain Dew, and
Do you think they roll
we should
those
play.
out to people who have paid $60 for the game versus Game Pass?
No, that was a big complaint. A lot of people that bought the game because Sea of Thieves had a lot of issues.
Yes, server
initially,
was overloading,
and a lot of people that paid $60 were, the 12 people of the hashtag were really furious.
Well, because they
were saying
the
take
server overload on Game Pass.
That's what they were saying. So let's have the people that paid $60 have priority.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Interesting.
Maybe they'll put something.
That will be an interesting. Is there an incentive? What is the incentive going forward if a game with a Microsoft exclusive game? Is there benefits? Will there be benefits to buying that game?
Pre-order stuff,
individual,
which is funny because I didn't pre-order the game yet. I still got the pre-order bonuses.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is their first rollout, so and Sea of Thieves is kind of a good game to work out those kinks on.
Yeah,
so
because it's all.
You could do pre-order bonuses, and what else could you do?
Because you can do Game Pass bonuses to entice those people back to Game Pass. Because that would be the one downfall to Game Pass is if you're into the pre-order bonuses, you don't get them.
Yeah, and I think their plan is the Netflix plan. They just want to get as many people onto the subscription service as possible.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a good plan.
It's good. I mean, if you even just get one game, it lasts 6 months for you, right?
Yeah.
That's if you only get one game out of this, like say Sea of Thieves, which was a $60 game.
Yeah.
That's 6 months of Game Pass.
Because it's $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Which is very
well. I
cool.
think it's the Amazon Prime plan.
Oh, okay.
They just want you.
Okay.
2-day
just want
shipping.
you in the 2-day shipping.
They want
you in their
shipping.
ecosystem.
Well, isn't that what Netflix is too?
Yeah, but what's the added benefits to Netflix?
That you pay a monthly service and you get something.
That is true, but you're not buying a Netflix console. Whereas with Amazon, you're buying Amazon tablets. They want you all encompassed. Amazon blows my mind actually quite regularly, on like a weekly basis.
And you get the Twitch Prime.
Yeah, and what's funny is they mess up with your shipping all the time.
They really do. It's because of my address, my freaking address.
Do they just?
I don't even show up on Google Maps.
So
Literally, guys, I'm literally living off the grid without trying to live off the grid.
You show up on Google, you show up on Google Maps.
No, I don't.
No, at my work.
You punch me in for directions to my house, and it sends you to the other side of town.
I have this telescope at my work that I stare at you guys.
No, it's not a lie.
No, it is.
I'll
no,
prove
let me tell you this because
Okay,
you have an account with my work, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up your account and it puts you in the right spot.
Yeah, because they manually put me in that spot. You guys have that overlay where you use Google Maps, but then you throw on your own overlay. That's why I'm there.
No, but it still uses Google Maps as a thing. Like,
so can I chip in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Amazon doesn't use Google Maps; it uses like the USPS, and so my address. If I
No.
If I misspell a word,
Yeah.
then everything can't get here.
No, so that's the issue. If it was when it's delivered by USPS, ironically, I get it because the Postal Service understands where my address is. When it's ever a third-party deliverer, not the United States Postal Service, that's when I have issues because
Amazon's now doing their third-party delivery system with those white vans.
Because they use Google.
I thought
Maps.
that was Amazon though. Like,
yeah, that's
no,
what
that
I'm
is
saying.
Amazon.
Yeah,
but those guys use Google Maps.
I heard they get treated bad. That's just what I heard.
They get treated bad?
That's what I heard. But I mean, who knows?
I received a package on Easter Sunday, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks for that driver."
Well, it's like Uber though. That driver's getting paid per package, pretty freaking good too.
I know. It's just that.
Where do you go get
generally?
the cars
I would like to
like
have a day
It's
off
your
in my
own
life.
car.
No.
It's just the same as Uber.
Yeah, but they're all white vans. Do you have to buy?
No,
your own
they're not
white
white vans.
No, yeah, they're white
No,
vans.
no.
They get the little yellow jackets on.
No, you're thinking of like DHL.
No,
That's
that's
Or
a
DHS.
yellow van.
Yeah.
that van is yellow.
Yeah,
I know.
No,
that for a
you
fact.
know what
I've
it is.
seen
They're
those.
the white vans.
They're the white van,
Yeah.
and they're like all different.
It's Amazon.
It's
you know
like-
what I mean, yeah.
If I didn't know that was Amazon, I would lock my doors. Kind of van.
Yeah,
There's no
the red-
windows.
I don't know
It's a
why
red
they don't
van.
put a
Yeah,
logo
it's
on the
Chester's
side.
van.
I don't know. They want to go unmarked. Beats me.
They're unmarked. They're like I've seen different brands, but they look like a weird toaster,
Yeah.
like a tall, weird European van. It's a European van,
Yeah.
Mercedes
looks odd
European
over
van.
I like those vans. I actually want one. Have you been inside those vans? You can stand up in them.
Those are like the equivalent of the '80s flat top. If there was a van that was the '80s flat top, that's what it would look like.
Yeah,
a
that's
toaster
true.
van.
That's true. I like it.
You like those?
I like those. Yeah. Have you been inside? They're incredibly functional. You can stand up inside. So instead of an RV, I would get one of those vans because you can put beds in them and they have couches and it's just like a normal van. But you go inside and
But you
this
can't
is not
fit
a
it in
normal
your
van.
got
garage.
a package on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I mean, they're it's the drive. I hope they're not being forced to do that.
No, it's Uber. I would do it. I went to sign up to do it just to try it out. The app does not exist yet on iOS. It might now, but it only exists on Android. Jordan, we should. In fact, let's after the show, let's sign up and go deliver a package. We'll do it. We'll record it.
Why not?
Let's Instagram the whole thing. We'll Instagram the whole thing.
Do we have to take it from here to Vegas?
No,
or
we
something?
can use my account because I have a seller's account, so I automatically get in. Everybody else has to apply. I'm in.
Nice.
You want to go?
Let's go deliver.
A selfie. We'll knock
let's
on the
go
door.
deliver a package together.
Can I print out a big check like we're one of those people?
Like Publishers Clearinghouse.
Clearinghouse, and go get balloons after. Okay, balloons, confetti.
I'm pretty sure we'll be. Pretty sure we'll be prosecuted. I'm sure there's some legal stuff that Amazon will sue the crap out of us, and they make so much money they could.
Yeah.
What would they take from us? We have nothing.
What little
I
we
guess
have.
I have 3 webcams here.
What little they have. They would take the shirt off our back. They literally would take. Moving on, Call of Duty. Call of Duty
World War II. Next map pack's coming out. It's called the War Machine. DLC
War Machine.
number 2.
Dog
the
fighting,
trailer is
baby.
out.
Dog fighting.
Very yes.
Question.
Gosh, you go from loud to soft really quick.
Are they as good at dog fighting as Battlefield 1? It will be the question.
This will be the question. But there is going to be dogfighting. There's 3 new maps, a new zombie campaign, and dogfighting.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's very cool.
So there's people in chat that are saying that's they use third-party deliverers.
Well, what
are those white vans? What are the Chester molester vans doing in my neighborhood now?
Third-party delivery. But they have it's in beta. And that's why if you're an Amazon seller, you can get in the beta. It's Uber for Amazon, basically. They're creating
they have
their
a fleet of cars? Because they all have the same freaking van.
Car. No. That's a third party. That's like the DHS or whatever.
No, DHL is yellow.
I know, but it's not them. It's like a third. So there are vans that will deliver stuff, and they're based out of the airport, and it's a actual shipping company. You just don't know about them.
Do they do background checks?
I don't know.
Because those vans are creepy. And what made me feel comfortable was, that's Amazon. But now you're telling me that's not Amazon.
In beta, Amazon is beta-ing a Uber app. So you take your own car, like myself. I can take my Chevy Malibu that I have, and I can go pick up a package from a place. The app will tell me, and deliver it to another place, and they will pay me anywhere between $19 and $30 per package.
I had that happen before. And this was 3 years ago when I bought my TV. Yeah. Some random dude in a minivan brought me my TV, and it kind of scared me, but whatever. I got my TV out of this. That was a random. It had weird plates. It was just a normal.
That was probably the airport
windshield.
Because this is the last.
No, this was
6
a cracked
months.
windshield. This was a family van.
Hey, not all third-party distribution services are created equally. Not everybody can be UPS. Okay,
I know, but it wasn't a white toaster. The white toaster.
So what I'm saying is, let's take Jordan's phone. I will use my account.
Yeah.
We will sign up and go deliver packages.
Now, here's my question.
Ronda Rousey did this. There's a video of it.
Ronda Rousey's delivering packages?
She did it for fun.
Well, when you make a couple extra bucks.
Holy cow.
Buy yourself a game.
She did it for fun and recorded it and put it up. I believe you can see it on YouTube.
Did she have a big Publishers Clearinghouse check and balloons?
No, she just
stood
there and was like, "Hey, here's your package."
I think this is I
know you from somewhere.
I think this is a cool idea.
Is that hilarious? Is that hilarious?
So I think this is a cool idea and stuff, but and I'm sure Amazon has safeties in place, but I feel like this is just going to cause problems because what stops a person from picking up all these packages and then driving to Wisconsin? Well, he doesn't care. He's driving to Wisconsin with all his packages. They have all your
information. It's the same as Uber. What's to prevent someone from Uber from picking you up and just kidnapping you?
There's not. That's why I don't use Uber.
They have all your. They have everything.
Same thing with Airbnb. I don't use it.
But they couldn't. This could get real dark really quick. I'm just saying, there's a reason there's no 4 or less star reviews if they kidnap them.
Accept the progress. Accept progress. Accept it.
Silence of the Lambs, those people didn't get out.
Like the progress
you know what I'm saying?
Of Call
they
of
didn't
Duty
exactly have Wi-Fi.
adding dogfighting. Do we like Call of Duty adding dogfighting to their game, Mr. McSpicy?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be good at it? Because they do nail their gunplay. Their gunplay is nailed down.
I think it'll be maybe a little bit more arcadey, but I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Arcadey's not bad.
The world needs more dogfighting games.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Ace Combat 6. Can't wait for that game.
Yes.
That's a big game I can't wait for. Maybe this will be that, as a whet my palate. Call of Duty World War
Yeah,
II.
I
what
mean,
am I talking
dogfighting
for?
games are way fun.
Yeah.
Way fun.
To an extent, even Sea of Thieves is sort of a dogfighting game.
It's dogfighting on the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a dogfighting game.
Yeah.
Just
Monster
not.
Hunter World
The spring.
Spring Blossom
Blossoming
event
in the
is
spring.
now live. Spring is in the air. This can only mean
Basically,
one thing.
as you're going around Monster Hunter, animals are procreating with each other.
Is that
And
really what's
babies are
happening?
made, and then you hunt the babies.
Wow.
I'm completely
Man,
joking.
Man, this
That's
has
not
got
a
real.
thing.
This
That's
has
not a
got
thing.
even darker.
That's I didn't get to that.
If I was in
paragraph.
charge of this game, that would be a thing.
That's
Just for
I
a
mean,
week.
You could. Why not? You know,
Those are babies.
Spring
Kill
fever.
them.
Those are babies. Bring me back the baby Andronica.
Don't you do kill the monster babies of that
You do,
lizard
yeah.
guy?
You
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
You kill them.
they just do it.
Well, I don't know if those are babies or just not as dominant, just lesser beings.
Beta
of the lizard.
animals.
The beta
Yeah,
animals,
not the
not the
alphas.
alpha. Yeah. The
Anyway,
alpha
the
eats
spring
betas,
event- the
literally.
spring
Lesser
event-
beings. What did Jordan say at the beginning of the show? For those of you that are
That don't matter.
that
Yeah.
suck, there's duos.
There's duos.
I really didn't mean to say it that way. That's funny.
So tell
yes,
us about
the
the Spring Blossom.
The spring event is live. There's just similar to the other events. You're gonna hunt monsters. There's gonna be events that you're gonna do quests and stuff like that. But fun fact for this one
Yes.
is the section upstairs, the community section.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be all decorated, all springy and nice.
Everything. There'll be flowers everywhere. Yeah.
It's gonna be wonderful.
This is real. Real.
Spring fever is going.
There'll be specific event quests for the Springtime Festival, and a special greatsword that you can get
Yeah.
only during this event.
Yeah,
Which
very
I did
cool.
get. Did you guys get the glasses?
No, you got the glasses.
I got them. Boom.
Yeah.
I got them. I just logged in to get them. Got them.
Yeah.
Done.
That was
The flash
that was
glasses.
pretty awesome.
It was a good time. Now I'm gonna go and get this greatsword. I
Hey.
love the greatsword. It's my favorite weapon.
Who likes the WWE
Oh, who doesn't?
and who
Who
likes Rocket
doesn't?
League?
Oh, again, who doesn't? Two things that combined, and
They're gonna combine.
they're gonna make a baby.
Yeah, they already did.
Oh,
WWE and Rocket League team up, and they're going to have items that launch alongside WrestleMania. So
That's
as you're
cool.
watching WrestleMania, you can jump over to Rocket League, get some intense WWE action, and play soccer with
cars,
with
and
cars
vehicles.
and WWE.
Just speaking of which, did you watch the video that was posted on Facebook in our XoneBros Facebook page this week?
no.
Rocket League tournaments
Oh, very nice.
on their way in
Very
house. Way sweet. Stay tuned. We're gonna do an
Psionics,
XoneBros
man, they're doing
Rocket
it.
League tournament, dude. It's so cool. You watch that. You can sit there on your league. As soon as it's done, boom, it moves you to the next bracket. Everybody automatically, boom, do a tournament in an hour.
That's
I love the
Automatic.
sound effects too. You're getting
Boom,
me
boom,
excited.
bam, wham.
Skadoosh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, who likes WWE again?
This guy who has two thumbs and likes him. This
Yeah,
guy.
because
Right
if
there.
you're still hopped up on the Rocket League WWE story, then get ready because
Wet your palate.
WWE 2K18 is free to play this weekend from now until the end of the weekend.
Guys, should we jump in?
We should
and
all
play
jump in
some
and do some tag team. I'll be the Hardy Brothers.
Hardy Brothers are stupid.
You're stupid.
Wait, the Hardy Brothers? What's going on?
WWE,
Oh, yeah,
man,
WWE, yeah.
Yeah, you can be
Still
the Hardy
talking
Brothers.
about
I
that.
respect the Hardy Brothers. They can do flips off ladders
Yeah.
and stuff.
We should
I
do
wanna be Brock Lesnar, 'cause he's
we-
one scary
Brock-
mofo.
He is
He's
one
a scary dude.
Yeah. So this weekend only, Xbox Live Gold members can play WWE 2K18 from April 8th, from April 5th, running through April 8th. So you
Oh,
got a few
yeah.
days there, 3 to be
Oh,
exact.
very nice.
If we do the math,
Let's jump in. I say we jump in and play this weekend. Are you guys in? You guys in?
I'm in.
Yes.
WWE 2K18. Let's wrestle it up.
Absolutely.
WrestleMania. Let's do Royal Rumble so that last person standing in the
And
ring
didn't
wins.
didn't
Okay,
they
yeah,
didn't they
With no
change
practice. We don't get to practice. We just play.
Okay. I
We'll
like it.
record it.
didn't they change the gameplay style a couple versions ago to be more not
it's-
realistic but
it's
harder?
skill-based.
Like remember
It's
when we
very
played that
skill-based.
UFC game and it was
Kind of like that.
it was frustrating because we didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's how this is now, I think.
No,
right?
I agree.
Very
I
cool.
agree. But next in the news, before we move on, I just want to shout out Cody Mays, who donated $25
All
to the
right.
stream. He said, "Thank you. Awesome stream tonight. Thank you very much, Cody Mays. Appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight in the stream. Really appreciate the support, brother. Moving on.
Very nice.
Tera.
Tera. We already knew this was coming, but I
Oh,
just
yeah.
wanted to announce it to the world. I'm actually excited for this game because this is it's like ESO, it's an MMO.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. It's action combat, which I think a lot of people will like. Now, it is a little bit older of an MMO, a few years, but I like because you got to put in the time for these games, man. You can't just get to max level in a week.
No, you
It's,
can't. Tera looks really cool. I like the art style. I like the fighting style. I like the big bosses. That Korean MMO genre really appeals to me. And it just looks awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a good. I mean, it's actually.
I just struggle with MMOs at this point because I'm waiting for Black Desert Online and I don't want to sink my teeth in, and yet ESO is looking awesome. Tera's coming out.
Tera is out.
Tera is out now. Black Desert Online, I don't know when it's even coming out.
The nice thing about Tera is it is free to play. You can buy Founders Packs, but it's free to play, so you can check it out if you want to. It's actually downloading on my Xbox as we speak right now because I'm excited just to go home and play it. I played it a little bit on the PC when it came out, but I'm excited to jump into it on the Xbox and play more.
Yeah,
Nice.
No, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Inside Xbox. You guys remember Inside Xbox? They did it last month.
Oh yeah,
They're doing it again this
this
month.
is gonna be a big deal.
It's
OG.
yes. That's how they announced it. There's gonna be some original Xbox announcements.
Yes.
Backward compatibility.
What do we think those announcements are going to be? So they really hyped it. There's a lot of rumors going out there. What do we think the OG Xbox One announcement is going to be?
I don't
More
know, man.
OGs?
There's gonna be a lot of cool original games coming out.
Do you think backwards compatible? So for instance,
Oh no, yeah, backwards compatible.
No,
Maybe no. Check this
But
out.
we
Maybe
already
it
have
is.
backwards compatible.
Well,
with OG.
more.
Oh, well,
no.
What
but
else
they
could
wouldn't.
it be?
But they wouldn't. They would not. I'm sorry. They wouldn't announce that just for backwards. Oh, more backwards compatible. They wouldn't have like a special video.
Well, no.
Teasing.
No. I think
Inside Xbox.
I think that was just a teaser. I mean, they're obviously gonna have more news stories and stuff. It's not just original Xbox, you know.
No, I know that, but they wouldn't tease that as like the main part of their Inside Xbox. If the news was, guess what? Here's 3 more OG Xbox backwards compatible.
Maybe there's
games.
gonna be like 100.
I bet you, and I saw this in Discord. Actually,
I have an idea.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait, maybe it already is.
This is
like
what I was going to say in Xbox.
They're all going to be part of the Game Pass.
All OG Xbox
that's-
compatible games,
Which is
Game
funny
Pass.
because I've already bought like my favorite ones.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right,
Maybe
whatever.
no. Check this out. Maybe they're doing like the classic Nintendo. They're gonna make like a little hand one. Yeah, like a little
That
raspberry.
would
You know,
be
yeah,
cool, little
yeah.
Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, like remember
sure
the
they-
mini
OG
SNES and the mini.
Oh.
Maybe they'll make a little one.
Dude,
of those. Yeah.
I would buy that.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
would
so
too.
I would buy
yeah.
it. And the controller that you plug in is the Duke. Like it's this
The big
big Duke
old-
controller just plugged into a little,
or
little
the
little
Duke
classic.
screen. It has a screen
Yeah,
on it.
that's it.
Portable
Oh,
OG.
you blew my mind. You
They're
just
gonna-
blew it right up.
I mean, the Duke's big
They're gonna
enough to
call it
fit
the
a
Game
full.
Gear.
The Duke's
Basically
big
is.
enough to fit a good sized screen on
I
there.
know.
Are you guys excited for the Duke controller that's
Well,
coming
the
back?
original,
Yeah.
the original Xbox was just
Uh.
480p too. It didn't hit HD until the 360.
Yeah, true.
So you don't need very many pixels for that screen.
Are you getting the new Duke controller that they're making?
The Duke was not my favorite.
I love
Dude.
the Duke controller.
I'm
Bigger's
I'm
better
on
in my.
this side of the Duke, hype. I like that it's cool, like the loading screen and stuff that they showed off.
Oh yeah, like
that
how
Phil
it's a
Spencer-
digital like
Or Larry Herb, he posted it
yeah,
on Twitter and everything.
where it actually does the original
Yeah.
Xbox logo. Yeah,
Which is, by the way, the sound at the beginning of our
Yeah.
podcast.
It's really-
Just FYI, if you.
But the
you don't know
Duke,
the
like
OG.
the Duke was intimidating. Like when someone
Oh, I know
when
it
you're playing a
was.
4-player game and someone comes up and like they plug in their Duke and it
Well,
takes
it's
up half
same
the
thing,
table.
Like when you go over to a friend's to play Street Fighter, I had this happen to me because the Street Fighter crowd is a very hardcore crowd.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was invited to come play Street Fighter. I'll come over.
Yeah, you
And
can go back.
It was with a lot of Polynesians, and I have a lot of Polynesian friends, and I went over there, and they have the biggest controllers for Street Fighter I have ever seen.
Did they have the joysticks? Did they?
Yeah.
Anyone have the joystick
Like,
pads?
and
Yeah.
they all brought their own.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Dude,
"Whoa,
that's
can I
the
borrow
joystick.
one?"
The joystick pad is made for fighting games.
Yeah.
Like they do, they're hard. They're like fitted to. They're like custom and fitted to and everything. And I'm like,
You gotta get the leg fitting.
I think I'm gonna lose.
Freaky RO in chat
I think
says
the
it would
Duke-
be great if they announced achievements for OG Xbox games
Oh, that would be cool.
that you can get those achievements now.
Because achievements didn't
backwards
exist
compatible.
back then.
There were no achievements.
Do you guys remember the original Xbox menu? There was like 4 tabs. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
play, Xbox Live, settings, and music.
And it was down. It was a green screen.
Yeah.
And it was just down the
That's
side,
fantastic.
right?
And you could rip your music. You
Yeah,
could get a
onto it.
CD
Yeah, I
and you
remember
could
that.
just like rip it, and then it would put it
Because
on.
it had a hard drive.
And Grand Theft Auto was it Vice?
Let you play it.
It was Vice
Well,
City.
Wasn't the Xbox the first to have an internal hard drive?
I don't know if it was. It might have been the first.
Because at the time, I don't think PlayStation
All
2
the
did.
Xbox-
Because
Because the GameCube at the time and
memory
the
card, PlayStation 2,
also had the
I
memory
think
cards.
later they came out with
Yeah.
internals. Yeah.
all the Xbox was a computer that they just put a big X on it.
yeah.
Like Microsoft knew how to build
and
computers.
the reason it's green is because they only had a green marker in the
marker.
drawer.
Yeah.
The if you guys haven't seen it, they actually have a little story about how the original Xbox was made. It's a very cool story.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's really cool.
Seen it a couple times. OG, let's go. The OG announcement is coming out, so
let's bring this full circle.
Bring this back. We think, just to summarize,
it'll go to it's a
either
Game Pass
achievements or all in Game Pass.
That'll be cool.
That would be really awesome.
Why wouldn't they bring it all to Game Pass? Those games are
they're pretty much
dead.
Theirs, and they own them all almost.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the
fun.
Original baseball games can come back from EA. Get you a baseball game back.
Perhaps
on the Xbox.
there is a baseball game, and I forget. I was watching someone play it on the Xbox
RBI?
One. No, it's not RBI. It might be RBI.
What does RBI stand for?
Runs batted in. So an RBI is when you hit a ball and someone runs into home. So you might only get the first, but you RBI'd.
So they're like assists.
Yeah, it's a stat. It's a very valuable stat. You're a good player if you've got a lot of RBIs.
Because you're a good friend.
Speaking of that, let me tell you, I am really on a baseball and golf kick lately.
You've been playing golf club?
No, I've been watching golf.
Oh, I see.
It's the Masters right now.
Yeah.
Golf is blowing my mind.
Dude, I love that guy that does the voice.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Welcome back.
The two guys.
The Masters.
You're thinking of Jim Nantz.
Oh, is that? Yeah,
He's
fantastic.
really
good.
famous, but
Yeah,
I don't know if he's doing the Masters this time.
like I could fall asleep to that voice.
I think a lot of people do. I mean, Saturday morning golf is the most peaceful thing you can experience in life.
I don't know why I've been into it so recently, but dude, I'm watching it at work. I watched it all day today, and then I'm thinking of purchasing the MLB app. The MLB app is $10 a month, and you get every baseball game that's not in your market. So I think our market is considered the Rockies, so I get to keep up with the Dodgers, and I'm really excited.
That's a
I get
lot
to
of
see
baseball
every game.
games.
There's over 100 baseball games a year. A lot of them are in the middle of the day. Baseball is a good McSpicy.
Yo,
you're not a baseball guy.
No,
I would like you to experiment, and while you're working, watch baseball.
Does Jim Nantz narrate it?
Keep that up on the screen, and I submit to you that you would become a baseball fan. It's a great. I've been watching like the highlights as I've been, or like the news, like here's who's winning today, here's where everyone stands as I'm working. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's great.
You should do fantasy.
So I
really
I
keeps me
kind of watch
updated.
those videos, but I watch like mascot fights and drunk people fights, and like. I recently watched. It was last week. I recently watched like the fights between the pitcher, and when he beams the guy, it always ends up in like a whole rumble.
Most of that is just like shoving though.
That's what I appreciate about
Best
baseball.
fights, hockey fights.
I went to a hockey game last week. Oh, it's
in a sport.
There was like there was three good fights, and I
legit.
I love being at a hockey game.
Oh yeah,
I had my nachos. It was like
nothing like the
I hate
ice.
To say
man.
this, but NASCAR is like. You know, you're like excited to see a crash, but at the same time, you're not.
Yeah.
That's like hockey. I was like, oh, fight. Come on.
I'm always excited to see the fight. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Moving on.
Hockey gets rough. So, yeah, no,
What else?
Inside
Anything
Xbox,
else on
April
Inside
10th. It's coming out April 10th, which is next week. I believe it's April 10th.
Next week, boom.
Yeah, next Tuesday, April 10th. I like this because if anybody follows Nintendo at all, Nintendo does Nintendo Directs, which is just kind of a big news summary of what's going on this month and the future months. I feel like this is Xbox's version, and I like it.
It was really good. Did you watch the entire first Xbox?
Oh, yeah, it was a good time. Major Nelson had his white gloves back.
Organic Adventure in chat says David should watch golf and not play Golf Club 2. He plays like a potato. Okay, I don't play like that anymore. What he's referring to is when I was streaming Golf Club 2, people could jump in and you could see where they're at in your online hub tournament, and I would be not even finished with 9 holes, and someone would have done the entire tournament already because I was like really taking my time when you first play. Now I fly through. Don't worry. Organic, you're a potato.
He also says, I feel uncomfortable when McSpicy says nachos. My bad.
If you ever hear us laugh randomly, it's and for no reason, it's probably because Organic's
Organic.
in chat.
He's had some doozies in this show alone.
Divinity Original Sin 2! Boom!
Is coming to Xbox One later this year. I believe August.
September.
Was it September?
September
I
2017.
thought it was August.
Oh,
Was it
sorry.
September?
That was when it originally launched.
Yeah. I think August was thrown out.
Okay.
And I'm excited. Divinity Original Sin, good game.
So good.
Divinity Original Sin 2, also.
There's a game with we should play that game co-op.
And that has real co-op.
We never did play that game.
Wait,
co-op.
no, does that game have real co-op?
That's sad that you have to actually say it has real co-op now. Thanks, Far Cry.
Well, basically, you play the same game together. You know what game?
Oh, that's what it was. So
you make decisions. So you you're doing the same game.
Yeah, so what it did is
there's not really two separate save files.
Yeah, what it was is it's real co-op, but it's not at the same time. Like you can't go into someone's game and then take your progress back. You both join a game.
You both progress together.
And you progress together and you save, and then when you come out, like that game is still saved, and you both have to come back later and then play. So I mean, it's real.
We should do it. Let's start it up, man.
Yeah, playing Divinity really and this is actually why I'm kind of excited for it. We've been talking a lot about Dungeons and Dragons lately.
Yes. Remember when we played the Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a Tuesday. I love that.
It was a Tuesday.
And that's a game that takes a lot more time than just one Tuesday night.
We should play that again. Why haven't we?
Yeah,
why
don't we play tabletop games? I still try and play every
We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I meant like we used to do like X-Wing.
Oh, the Star Wars.
A little
the
bit
Star
of
Wars X-Wing game
You've
is really
changed,
fun.
man. That's what he's trying to say. You've
changed.
changed.
No, all of us. You guys don't play with me anymore.
You never
don't invite us.
I send out messages.
Okay. Look at this.
You don't send me a message.
Look at this.
You call me. We'll play like Hearthstone and Fortnite and stuff.
Yeah.
But never
when we
tabletop
got
games.
way into X-Wing,
look back there. Look at that shelf.
he has some unopened.
We got you one
he
of
has
those
some
things, actually.
unopened because
that one's
we
not
never played again. So the reason, though, when I was living with you, that's when we jumped into it because I was the one like,
Those are so cool.
hey guys, let's play X-Wing or let's play this.
Yeah, I got the
this or
map.
that game.
Well, I really
Jordan was
enjoyed.
here.
We played Hero Clicks, which was a good time.
Yeah, HeroClix annoys me though.
What do you say? You bought?
It's a flawed game.
You cheated. You bought Slaghorn and said we can.
I
only...
mean, I dominated that game. Let's be honest.
You bought like a OP thing and said,
Doesn't
"Oh, this
matter. I
is
still
our point-based."
dominated.
Yeah, you paid to win us.
That's what I do. That's why I love pay to
And
win games.
we couldn't ever play like normal games because you only had that one piece
Dude,
that was like
guy,
500
well, and that guy,
points.
when he hit one, he regenerated all the way back up
20.
to like 12.
Oh, I love this stuff.
Dude, the Star Wars miniature X-Wing games,
Yeah,
guys,
X-Wing was fun.
so much fun. Really a good time.
I'm
We
gonna show
should
chat.
play that.
Anyway, that's so
Divinity
going back to
Original
Divinity
Sin.
Original
It's kind
Sin
of a
2,
desktop
yeah.
game.
Yeah, it reminds me of kind of a tabletop type. That's why it's so fun. It's a good time.
PAX East. A lot of news coming out of PAX
Yes,
East.
one of the news stories is Final Fantasy 15
Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy
and
15.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the new Tomb Raider that's coming up.
So the sound effects,
As you can see,
he has the Millennium Falcon.
wait, hold it down. As you can see, classic Star Wars Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, the
because
circle
of
dish.
right there.
Is that not?
It's really cool for collecting it alone. So I went with the TIE Fighter.
And this is a tabletop game. Oh, it's so cool.
I went with the TIE Fighter Blitz strategy.
Yeah,
I really know that. Me and Jono got into it and played it pretty well. Till he got mad
I think I got a couple
because
TIE
I beat him a
fighters.
bunch with my TIE Fighter Blitz
Yeah,
strategy.
I do. Because I have the main game.
yeah.
This game.
It was a good game.
Yeah. Why don't we play this anymore?
Let's play. We could stream it
We could.
Yeah, we
on a
just hang
green
camera.
screen, and then make it in space.
I have the space
That's
map.
a good idea.
I have the space map. Remember, I
we
went.
don't need
I
it.
went
We
bought
could
the
have
pack.
moving planets and stuff.
We could. Watch out, asteroids.
That's right.
Stay
Here
on
they come.
target.
There they come.
Stay on target, Porkins.
All right,
Moving
so
on, PAX East.
Final Fantasy 15 and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the new Tomb Raider game that was announced and is coming out later this year, are in collaboration, maybe to do some type of crossover, which is going to be very interesting.
That will be interesting.
I don't know what it's
Absolutely.
going to be or how it's going to work, but I don't know. Prince Noctis maybe coming across Lara Croft on the street or something like that.
And Prince Noctis does it right. He always
does.
does it right.
He dresses like a stud, and his car.
His car is so cool.
It flies.
I have that car.
It can fly.
I have that car in Forza Horizon 3.
Dude, and his posse,
have you ever
like,
driven that car? I have.
oh, and yeah, it's heavy.
It's a heavy beast.
It's
and yet fast.
It's
a tank. You
You're
don't wanna
not taking that thing out.
You don't want to get hit by that thing.
No, you
You're
don't.
dead.
That's why Prince Noctis drives it.
Yeah.
And then like his posse. Can you imagine like that group of guys coming up to the gas station, jumping out of their car?
Lock the doors.
Do that? No, that's crazy. Anyway, so collaboration with Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy 15. Very cool.
It's going to be really
My
interesting.
absolute
Biggest news story coming out of
favorite
PAX
story,
East,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, my favorite news story of the week is Spyro the Dragon
Oh, trilogy.
remastered, the entire trilogy. Now let me
Oh
tell you
my
why this is my
goodness.
favorite story.
Tell me.
So Spyro came out in like 1996, 7, 8,
90s.
something like that. Yeah,
1990.
the 90s.
The 90s.
This was
a different time.
the PlayStation was my. It wasn't. Okay, how do I explain this? It wasn't my first console I played because David here had the Nintendo and the SNES and all that good
Yeah.
stuff, the Dreamcast,
And everything
all-
that my
everything.
brothers then played and broke.
Yeah. So,
They
but
broke
this
into my
the
room and
PlayStation was
broke
like
my toys.
it was my mine.
Yeah.
Like when David
And-
closed his door, he couldn't play Nintendo. You know what I mean? Because they're all in his room.
Yeah. And then when they broke my toys, I went in and broke their toys as vengeance.
So like, but the original PlayStation, it was like fully mine.
Still a little bit
you know
bitter,
what I mean?
by the way. you know how many cool collectible stuff I would have today? I took care of my stuff too. I was like the strange kid that you're not playing with that right. Give me it.
I don't think you
Don't
ever let
touch
me
it.
play with your Game Gear.
Displayed it up on displayed it places, and stuff. Went away for 2 years. Came back. Left home, came back. Everything destroyed.
Yeah.
Game
Well,
Cubes.
when Jordan's in charge.
Jordan and Jono. They were like 12 at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And I hate
Oh,
I hate
use
you.
the H word.
I hate you because of it.
I still hate you.
I still
Dude, those
Well,
old consoles, man, they can survive a lot.
can't survive you guys.
Dude, can I tell a quick story here about
Tell one.
about the original Xbox?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one time,
Oh yeah,
we were playing the original. We were
I
playing.
think you've told this story
Yeah,
before.
we're
I
I'm
think
sure.
you've told the story, but say it again.
Wait, have
'cause
I?
I have to salute.
Is this where it went through the wall?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Say
yeah,
it.
so I have to. So I need to tell it again.
No, tell again.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
new listeners
me
out
and
there.
my younger brother are playing the original Xbox. We're playing Knights of the Old Republic. Good game.
Good game.
And our mom is telling us to do our chores, and we're not doing it
Mommy.
because we're playing
Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic.
You can't.
Obviously, she didn't understand.
Obviously, don't understand the decisions you have to make in that
Yeah.
game.
It was ridiculous, and we kept saying no. And anyway, Dad got home, and it was the usual like mom told Dad, and Dad got mad, and Dad started asking. Our dad started asking us, and we kept saying no. Yeah, we're playing
we'll do
Knights
it.
of the
Hold on,
Old
one
Republic.
second,
Yeah,
one
stop
second.
it.
Just, I can't pause right here.
My dad finally got so mad, he stood up and he like walked over to the TV like very casually and just kicked the Xbox.
My Xbox, mind you.
Yeah, what's yours?
This was one of the times when I was gone.
The Xbox, he just like winded up. Like you ever see Attack? You guys
This
ever
is
see
the
Attack?
original OG box,
Yeah,
right?
the original. You ever see Attack on Titan? The first episode when the giant Titan just kicks
Winds
that thing
up
through the door.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a hole.
That's what happened. This box went through the drywall.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
and it was like, and what was crazy is it was still running. Like that thing.
The
took
game
it-
did not
No,
skip.
it was like whoa.
That's impressive. They stress tested this box.
Because of that, we were able to save it before getting grounded, and all our progress was still there when we were allowed to play again.
For the record, that was my Xbox. That I believe before I left, I packed away.
Oh man, I'll never forget that. That was, I don't know if that was like a joy of being a dad to finally just take out something of your kids.
Take out. You have all this pent up
Oh,
aggression.
God, yeah, just I mean that was.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah,
It's a rite of passage.
Can't wait to
Just
do
for
that to my kids.
a rite of passage to take something that your kid just loves and kick it as hard as you can so it goes through the drywall to the other's room.
and just destroy it.
And then turn around
Happy
and
birthday.
see their
Happy birthday to the ground.
see their tears, and you just walk away triumphant.
Because there's nothing they can do. And they still have to listen to you.
Oh man!
Dude, I think every kid, I'm sure, Spicy, I think every kid into video games has a similar story. At least to where, like.
Oh, I have one. My Super Nintendo. That thing was.
Let's hear this.
Tell us the
I
story.
don't want to talk about it. I'm telling you, I'll break out into hives. I'll have to lay on a couch.
Oh man,
It's too. That one was too traumatic.
Ooh.
I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2 and I lost my game save. It was the hardest. It was like
that's tough. Man.
I was trying to 100% that game.
I just didn't understand.
They don't.
Yeah, I can't
It's a rite
press
of passage.
pause. I can't press pause. Dude, occasionally this will happen with new games. It's a little. So it's when you're playing multiplayer now, the new generation, because most games now you can pause, go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But in multiplayer, you cannot. There's no pause in multiplayer. You can't pause the world. Can't pause real life.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, I can't do it.
occasionally, my wife will be like, "Hey, can you do this? I need it done now." I'm like, "I can't." And it comes back. The trauma comes back from when you're a kid.
I jump in
Like-
front of the box.
Flesh can heal.
Uh,
Game
getting
same still.
getting back to Spyro, the reason I'm so excited is
tell us
because
why you're excited about Spyro.
because the original PlayStation, the gray one, with the little flappy CD and all that stuff. We got it for Christmas, me and my younger brother, and it was ours. It was in our room. It was our present. And the game we got with it, Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah. For the record,
And we played it. We played the crap out
for
of it.
the record, I played
We
the crap out of that game too.
Beat it. Such a good game. I'm so excited. The nostalgia alone gets
Yeah.
me super excited for this, but I remember the story, the fun.
Now,
It's just a good game.
let me illustrate something to you. If that was my PlayStation 1 and my game, it would still be here today.
I think
It
we
was
sold
Jordan
it
and
for
Jonathan's,
PlayStation.
and
Sold
those CDs were just strewn about the house
Can I-
everywhere. I remember picking it up to go play it one day. Say, I love this purple dragon. Put it in there. Beep, beep, beep. Doesn't play. Doesn't play because it's scratched up. Scratched up.
Ah, the disc.
Scratched up like
they were
crazy.
black.
You should have
back
used
then.
my
They had
Super
black to
Nintendo.
black, yeah.
They had cartridges back
You
then.
blew it. All you had to do was
Those
blow
were
on
great.
it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I treated my Super Nintendo really, really like pristine
You know
until
what's
I
funny
saw
is-
my dad smash it onto the bricks. You know, like I had this like fireplace in my basement, and has like bricks.
Smashed by throwing it?
Yeah, he threw.
Threw
you
it
know-
on the ground.
You know that
He
Lonely
literally-
Island?
he
Throw
literally
it on
threw
the ground. Yeah.
Happy birthday to the
It
ground.
cracked, but it still played.
Dude, they were
Oh.
built to last back then.
And ever since then, I started dragging it around by the cords because I knew it could take it. I was like, why am I putting all this effort?
Oh, man.
Dude, you know what's really funny about that is I'm very careful with my electronics nowadays.
If
Like
it was the
I
Xbox-
dust it each week.
It probably would have gotten through the bricks.
Dude, it probably would have broken the fireplace.
I would have showed my dad.
Yeah. Hey, you're lucky that's not an Xbox, Dad.
Here, try this one next.
So, what is it that makes
Dude,
Spyro so good?
it's just a fun. I guess would you call it a 3D action platformer? I don't know what really genre it falls
in the vein
it's an
of
adventure
Crash
game.
Bandicoot,
Yeah, it's similar
Lucky
to that.
Tales.
There
any
you
of
go.
those types
Lucky
of
Tales
games.
is a perfect example of kind of what it is an older game.
Only
What's
better.
really only better? Yeah, it's just so fun. It's just such a fun game.
I
really,
remember-
honestly, for me, it's probably 80% nostalgia, and then the other 20% is just I'm excited to play it again.
What
you
if
know
you
I mean?
picked that up and you're like, I don't know why I like this game?
Yeah.
Have
Well,
you
what's awesome is it's the trilogy. So you're getting Spyro 1, Spyro 2, and then Spyro 2000. You're the
Oh.
dragon.
I don't think I ever played Spyro 2000. I played
Well, I
1
mean,
and
I
2.
think it was Spyro 3. You're the dragon.
I played 1 and 2. I don't think I ever played the
Sorry,
third
it came
one.
out in 2000. It wasn't Spyro 2000. It was 2000.
Your story's full of
Spyro.
holes.
Yeah, it was
Full
2000
holes, just
Spyro.
like that
You're the
ball
dragon.
That your Xbox got kicked through.
Yeah, dude.
Actually,
that-
my Xbox got kicked through. That was packed away. That should not have been taken
Yeah,
out.
we'll
Dude,
talk
that's
about this
A
later.
little bit bitter.
Yeah,
That
no,
was-
I could tell. We'll work it out.
I think we
but
need
it's
to-
still
we
where
need
it
to-
gotta
blew
punch
my
it out, then
mind.
hug it out.
We should stream our psychiatry session that we're at, counseling session on Mixer.
Dude,
Well,
it
we're at
blew
the
my mind that it
psychiatrist.
survived.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
that was
Well, it was
amazing.
still going.
Dude, that's
Still
why
going.
like the controller and stuff got the name the Duke. I mean, that thing just it
That thing- well,
lasted.
The Xbox I bought came with the Duke. Like that's the one it came with, and I had to go buy another, like the
smaller
different
one. The
Because
mini
I'm telling you, it's like holy cow! how do
Holy
I-
moly!
go through a wall though.
Like my thumbs
It'll destroy
wouldn't
your
fit
house.
go over to the joystick.
Dude, I love that controller though. The new one, I'm a little bit disappointed in the price. $79. That's steep.
Well, it
You're
does
getting
come with
like
the
an
digital
LCD screen
Yeah.
on there and everything.
So sick,
But
though.
I'm so
Oh.
I am so excited for Spyro. It's called
Spyro.
Spyro the Dragon Reignited trailer. And if they do during the trailer, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But they do playback of from 1998 Spyro, and then they flash to the new remaster. It's full remaster.
fully.
Very cool. It looks awesome. I'm excited. It comes out September 21st. I've already pre-ordered it.
Absolutely, so
Nice
excited.
job.
I was so stoked.
Only
for this
$40.
game. Cannot wait for the trilogy.
3 games.
Really
$40.
happy it's here. That brings us to the next portion of our show, the discussion segment. This portion of the show is brought to you by Discord. If you're enjoying the discussion that happens here, these discussions happen every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year over on our Discord server. Just go to XoneBros.com, hit the Discord button, and that will take you into the invite into Discord. For those of you that don't know what Discord is, it's basically a gamer's paradise. It's a chat app.
Yeah.
It can be on your phone. It's the most used app on my phone at the moment.
You can talk about times your consoles were destroyed.
Talk about times. We should add that as a channel.
Yeah.
Times trauma, console trauma,
Yeah, that's actually a good.
Console
I'll put
trauma.
my story in
Console
there.
trauma.
Yeah.
console trauma. We could share. We could make it a console trauma.
The Freudian channel.
Freudian console counseling.
Console council.
Console counseling.
Oh,
give me that pen.
there you go.
Give me that
There you
pen.
go.
That's good.
Console
That's
counseling. Come and join us over on Discord. It's a good time. We're there all the time. If you want to, we have different channels. For instance, there's a Minecraft Realm channel. There is a Battle Royale channel. There is a Sea of Thieves channel, as well as many others.
MMO channel.
It's a good time. Come join us. Check us out. XoneBros.com. Hit that button. This is questions we take from Facebook every week. Go like our Facebook page, XoneBros.com. Ben Gooding writes in. He says, with a rumored original Xbox backwards compatibility announcement coming during the next episode of Inside Xbox, what have you thought of backwards compatibility so far? Is it a gimmick, a great selling point, or something you really benefit from? Let's start with Mr. McSpicy. Backwards compatibility so far, a gimmick, a great selling point, or something you don't really benefit from?
No, you do benefit
Thoughts
from.
that you do benefit from. Sorry.
What's funny is each one of these, I think, has a sprinkling of
Truth
to it. Yeah, because if you don't use backwards compatibility whatsoever, you'll probably think it's a gimmick. If you do, you think it's a great selling point.
Yeah.
And I think I like it. I've actually purchased, like, I went back and bought. Actually, I think I got Ninja Gaiden Black, which is one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
It's installed. It's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a Games with Gold title, or did I actually buy that? I can't remember.
It might have been. I think I remember that being Games with Gold.
Well, I would have bought it anyways. If they do announce it, going to Game Pass, that's going to be sweet. But I think it just depends on the person. I actually want to see kind of the numbers. How many people actually purchase or play those backwards compatibility games? What's interesting is you use this phrase a lot, David.
Yeah.
Perception is everything.
Perception is reality.
Yeah, I think it's when people are convincing themselves to buy, should I get a PlayStation? Should I get an Xbox? Should I just build a PC? Should I do whatever? I think that goes on one of the things, total bonus. Whether you're going to use it or not, you'll tell yourself, hey, it's got backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus. Then they'll never use it, or there's a chance
You're looking at who has what features are there, and this has
backwards compat. Yeah, so I think it may be considered a gimmick. Maybe that's true to it. I think it's a great selling point as well. It just depends on the person, but I really do think it's more a pro for sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you like that?
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't hurt anything, but I don't know. I think it's a great selling point.
Have you? I played a backwards compatibility game last week, Darksiders.
Oh, cool.
The 360 version.
Yeah.
We have the War Mastered edition, right?
Is that 2?
It's all of them, which is 1 and 2.
Well,
I wish Jordan would tell us these
well,
things.
I'm a moron. Well, I'm dumb.
But I mean, sometimes you just can't beat the classic.
Well, now I got to go back and play it in the remastered edition because it probably looks a lot better.
Well, yeah, it's smoother.
Oh, dang it. Anyways, I did play
Did you
that.
play the first one?
I'll tell you what, Game Pass more than just standalone backwards compatibility, having the Game Pass is making me go back and check out some of these games.
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like the benefit is if you have Game Pass, these backwards compatibility games, I'm checking out because what's new to play, and I have so many options, and I can check out different style of games that I normally wouldn't purchase or didn't get a chance to play. I can now go back and check out. So that in that respect, I think it really benefits. Jordan, how about you? What do you think about backwards compatibility?
I think it's good. There's no downside to it, like at all.
Yeah, there really is no. I mean, more
like
features
if you don't, it's more features that don't affect anything. Like it's not like they pushed out an update and it slowed down your hardware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a feature that's there, right? It's like the flashlight on my phone.
Yeah.
I may not use it all the time, but I appreciate.
But you like
it's
knowing
there.
that it's there as an option,
Yeah,
and
no,
occasionally you will use it.
No, and
it'll
I do.
come in
Yeah,
handy.
yeah. So
Organic
like it.
Avenger says backwards compatibility is great for devs, allows them to see interest in old games to see if series are still valuable. I think that is a really interesting point. You could use it as research and gauge what's the most popular backwards compatibility game. How are people looking at our old game? How much is it selling? Is there interest there? Does it still have a cult following? That's a really good point.
You're like, holy crap, let's make a sequel.
Holy crap, let's do this again. Great question, Ben Gooding. Thank you very much for writing in. That brings me to a point, actually, that I want to make. I believe that it is now safe to say, I believe it today, that the Xbox One X, but I'll be more specific with the Xbox One X, is
I'll allow that.
the best console to play games on. Hands down, no questions. I think it's there. And what convinced me was Hellblade. They did a side-to-side comparison of graphics, and they said it is the equivalent. Playing it on the Xbox One X is the equivalent of playing it on PC Ultra settings.
Fantastic.
That's on a $499 machine.
Custom-made machine.
Custom-made machine.
In a soundproof room.
$499. You get to play a beautiful-looking game, a PC Ultra settings. I think for the backwards compatibility reasons, for the social aspect, I think now you can declare. I think it's official, regardless of games. I know that the argument against that is going to be, well, where's all the games? See, I point to Sea of Thieves myself. I know that that's a little bit disputed, but that's what I would point to.
Well, I point to Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Well, it's not you. I mean, it's not.
No, yeah,
it's
but
not
that's what
original.
I'm saying. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you're playing a
It's a
top
timed
tier. You're playing a top tier game.
Yeah,
at top
its
tier graphics.
prime, the way it was
$4.90
meant to be played
for $4.99.
Right? I think Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 is another example of that.
Yeah.
I think
that game's wonderful.
I think the Xbox One X is the best console to have to play games on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Agree? Disagree? Let's start with Mr. McSpicy. He's sitting back and pondering this thought.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, hardware-wise, you get the visuals. I don't think you can argue that point because
statistically,
I
mean,
know. I
it is
can't
the most
argue it.
powerful. It is the world's most powerful console.
It's powerful. I mean, I would lean towards. I mean, I have all. This is a time in my life where I have all the consoles and a good gaming rig and everything for a PC, and I find myself playing majority on Xbox just because that's where my friends are, and I just really like the social structure that Xbox has.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when I need to play the other games, I like the Switch because I can be portable with like Binding of Isaac, stuff like that. But I can't argue that it's the most powerful console, so you can get the most out of
the games that are there.
Yeah, I don't know how I could argue against that.
Well, do you think it's the best place to play games, the best console to game on?
I would say it's the best place to play co-op games. For sure, and multiplayer games.
So hands down, no questions about
no
multiplayer
question.
games.
Yeah, it's the Xbox social structure is simple. It's easy. It's fantastic. It's seamless. And now that you can go in and out of party chat on a PC as well with Windows and everything,
and your phones.
Yeah, it's just
cool. But look at all those features, and you get OG. You get the Game Pass. Which if you choose to get the Game Pass for $10 a month,
basically
you get every first party title. I think the features are there.
You're basically doing this to me, David. I have a nice Ferrari. This one is really fast. This one is supercharged. Okay? I think personally that the supercharged Ferrari is the best Ferrari between these. That's what you're asking. And I don't know how to argue against that. Maybe gas mileage is going to suffer. I don't know. No, yeah. Right?
Yeah. Well,
so I agree. I have to agree with you because it's the ballsiest one of the group. Yeah.
Jordan, how about you? Anything that you disagree with there? Anything that you
I
devil's
think
advocate?
it's. This question probably comes down to a lot of opinion and maybe what you grew up with and stuff.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite places to play is the Xbox because for one, the memories, right? A lot of good times.
Yeah.
The durability that we covered earlier, no, it's just it to answer your question, the most powerful console. I mean, I think they said it in chat a couple times a little bit back, but Far Cry 5 on Xbox One X is ridiculously good looking,
like
looking. Zoolander,
like the hottest chick.
It's ridiculously good
That
looking.
Xbox X is hot right now.
Like the hottest chick you've seen, and you're like, whoa. That shouldn't even exist. Beast 420 he says, I think it's the best experience. The social structure is awesome. Media options, interface, and ease of use. He says, I do like VR on the PS4, and I wish I had it on the Xbox. I use my X1 most, then my Switch, then my PS4 Pro.
What VR games are good on PlayStation? And maybe
I think Resident Evil was fairly successful.
Very good.
Yeah, but what else is there? Because
there is.
I don't have the VR, so this is just an honest question.
The Elite Dangerous dogfighting is fun. That's a good time. I like that one.
Well, because you just like the dogfighting.
Yeah. No, well, it's cool. You really do feel like
you really are in there.
Yeah.
That is true. I have played that as well.
Personally, I like the ocean demo game where the shark comes and gets you. I really like that.
That's my shtick. That's why I asked this question because VR does not appeal to me like at all.
Sure, it's cool to show off at this point, but the experience isn't fully fleshed out yet. As far as it doesn't have its Halo game that sells it as a console.
I think VR is a really cool experience. I agree that there's not really like a VR selling game just yet, maybe. But the games that I've played on VR, I've had.
Casey Jedi says Batman VR. I've not had a chance to try that.
That's right. There's Doom VR now as well.
Doom
Yeah,
the VR that I've tried, it just feels like it's not.
You need a game that's made for VR. What they're doing now is taking games and porting them over to VR.
Even those feel demo-y and gimmicky.
Well, it's really uncharted
I think a
territory,
space simulator would be good. I think any driving game you could nail inside there, especially if you have a full rig experience with joysticks or steering wheels or something like that. I think that's an easy, natural thing into VR.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think if it gets to the point where it makes sense.
Well, it's still in its infancy.
I know.
It's still growing.
It is. When you are in there, it is a trippy, cool experience.
Well,
that's why I say
the
I think
ones
it's
that
the
I've
coolest
tried,
thing.
the POV, the point of view has been super wide angle, and that's where I get
a little bit
not nauseous or anything, but it just doesn't feel normal because it's such a wide angle.
Sure.
Right? It's not 50 millimeter kind of a thing where that's really close to what our human eyes see.
Yeah,
they
I will
widen
say
and out.
I have experienced motion sickness in the PlayStation VR. Certain games really make me nauseous that I just can't handle it.
Maybe
there is Skyrim VR.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is actually
right.
Which I'm not gonna lie, it's actually because that game's already first person.
However,
so you kind of already have.
However, having said that, once again, I don't think VR is going to need a game to sell VR.
Yeah,
because you're going to need a game with the experience that you cannot get except in VR. And what they're doing is taking Doom and Skyrim and porting them over as an additional experience to VR. But most people are going to have that experience in a traditional PC console type experience.
When you get VR.
For instance, more people are going to buy, or when all is said and done, drastically more people will buy Skyrim for the portable experience on the Switch than for the VR experience. Because it's just, is it a cool experience? Yes. But is that where you really want to be to play that game at this moment in time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
The great question came up. Jester in chat asked, do we think Xbox will announce a VR system at E3?
Well, didn't they own Oculus, right?
They don't own it. They partnered with it. Facebook owns Oculus.
Oh. Well, why would they? I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of what's going on.
I don't think they will.
I'm completely out of my depth here.
I'll be honest.
I'm just going to say it.
I'll be honest. I don't think they are. I think Phil Spencer has indicated that multiple times that he is interested in pushing gaming forward now, and that the technology for VR just isn't there yet. I also stick with my original premise that the future is not VR. I think the future is augmented reality. Adding like that, the Minecraft demo is so cool for the HoloLens. Now, I don't know how far away we are from that. Maybe we might be as far away from that from VR. But instead of removing myself from reality, augment my reality. And I think that's so much cooler.
That way, Jordan, when he comes up to yell at people in all the room, he doesn't have to go to the center of the room where the TV is. He could just sit in front of a wall and have a screen on the wall that he's looking at.
Is Ready Player One, is that considered VR or augmented AR?
No, that's VR. Total VR.
That's VR. No, that's beyond VR. That's whatever Sword Art Online is. What is Sword Art Online? It's...
Well, they still... Because in player...
Full dive rigs.
Full dive rigs.
Yeah.
I want to own a full dive rig.
He's in it, but he's not out of it like Sword Art Online. Because Sword Art Online, you're in a coma.
They have
that's not the same as Ready Player One.
They have like the Omni treadmills and the full rigs where they can move around and do all that crazy jazz.
Yeah.
Is that considered still VR augmented?
I would say it's still considered VR. It's just...
If they get to that level, I mean, I'm all in.
It's like 4K VR. That's what how they Ultra HD
HDR VR.
Remember, Freaky RO in chat brings up a good point. He says 3D TVs and gaming were the next wave. Remember that? So we always are like, what's the next big thing? And then there's a left-hand turn. Remember? I mean, look at the way Nintendo was going. Those motion controls were huge. PlayStation jumped in with motion controls. Microsoft jumped in with the Kinect motion control type thing. Nintendo did it the best. That basically has gone away. And Nintendo went to portable, took that idea, and now went to portable, and they're succeeding with portable. And motion controls have basically gone away from the Xbox and the PlayStation. Well, so there's always going to be, what is the next big thing? I think we're a ways away from VR. I think Xbox is hedging its bet by partnering with Oculus. The Xbox One X can handle the Oculus. I bet you that's their thought process there. Let's let somebody else do it, and if it succeeds, boom, we could. I mean, Microsoft has more money than God. Like, they will just buy Oculus back from Facebook and and boom, do it from there. I just don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're even close. I think it's like Freaky says. I think it's like the 3D TVs, and they no longer exist. How dumb do you feel if you bought for like $10,000 3D TV?
Well, if I had $10,000 to burn on a
This
3D
is true.
TV, I would not care.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Whenever they always had
I
them
would
at the
be in
store.
my yacht.
They always
And
had
I'd
them at
be
the
like,
store, and I remember looking at them and I was like, it's because it wasn't 3D coming out at you. It was 3D going in. It was like the game, the game 3D.
I have a 3D TV that I never use the 3D part. It's just
really?
a really nice TV.
Yeah.
I think it's because James Cameron said something about 3D, and everybody
James
was
Cameron's
like,
like, it's the future.
If James Cameron,
James Cameron and the Lord of the Rings dude. What's his name?
well, he duct taped
Peter
cameras
Jackson?
together. He didn't really make his own camera. He just duct
that's
taped
what
like
he did.
4 of them
He
together.
totally duct taped 2 red cameras
Yeah, exactly.
together.
That's all he. I made my own camera. No, he duct taped 2.
He's a
red
sellout, man. He's not a true.
No,
he's not
well,
a
like,
true 3D guy.
I wonder how many inventors use duct tape, though. You know,
Well, I mean, it was probably more intricate than duct tape, but like you have movies like Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows, where they actually invented the shadow cam, which is how they did that one specific
Force
scene.
scene,
or
right?
in the
Matrix.
winter scene. Yeah,
Or
the
Matrix
force scene.
invented.
Dude, the
all the
Matrix
cameras,
basically
yeah.
invented
Modern day
everything.
technology.
Yeah. And then,
You're
and,
just-
then Phil Jackson, which I don't have a problem with him, but he's like, oh yeah, there's new cameras.
I got
no,
I got 48 red cameras. We duct taped them together. It's my new.
or we bolted them. Right? He probably had a little bit more money. He didn't have to get the Gorilla Tape or whatever.
But who's
that's-
dumber? The people that spend all this money doing new technology, or Peter Jackson who just said, well, why don't we just duct tape the cameras together? Like, he's smarter.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
smart.
Although the shadow cam was a very cool.
Like, you have the shadow
technology.
cam? Whoop-de-doo. I just duct taped my cameras together.
And I'm going to call it my own invention.
We did the same thing with duct tape. Congratulations with the shadow cam.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, 3D never appealed to me because I have a really bad eye.
Yeah.
So I went to see a 3D movie, and trust me, it's not the same when you only have one eye working. It just doesn't work.
Moving on,
Not as
Scott
cool.
Carpenter writes in and says, with Sea of Thieves having 4-player co-op and Far Cry 5 having 2-player co-op, what is the sweet spot for the team when it comes to co-op? He says, I really enjoyed the 6-player teams of Destiny and 5-player Horde of Gears, so I lean towards the more the merrier camp, but the norm seems to be 4-player. What is the sweet spot for co-op? Let's start with Jordan.
Honestly, I think there is no sweet spot. The sweet spot is what the game tells you it is. Because I mean, I've had fun at all numbers. I remember back in the day. So in World of Warcraft, you have 10-man and 25-man raids. So it's still a good time.
Yeah.
Still a good time. But back in the day, you had 40-man raids.
Sure.
That was an army. I mean, when you went in with 40 people.
So did the experience change at all with 40 versus was the experience improved with a 20-man raid, with a 10-man raid?
It was definitely improved. Well, I think it was improved with a 25-man raid because it was a lot more manageable, a
Sure.
lot less chaotic. But if you got a good group of 40 together, you had your leaders, your lieutenants, your groups.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was. So really, I mean, it really depends. I think Destiny. It's really what the game is built around because Destiny does it good with 3 and 6. I mean, I have no complaints there.
I'm going to say I've always been bugged with 3 in Destiny.
3 sometimes.
I've always wanted
3
one more
sometimes is
person.
limited.
I guess the sweet spot is how many friends you have. Because, I mean, sometimes, like, 4 of us want to play and we can't quite jump in because the game only allows 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, you don't have enough people to play in the higher game modes. But I don't know. With me, it really depends on the game. I mean, if the game is built around a certain number and that number works.
McSpicy.
So
how about
let's
you?
just, Jordan, so let's say the game is adaptable to whatever, can be perfect at whatever level. All right?
That would be a good
What
time.
would be the sweet spot
What
for
would be
you?
the sweet spot for you?
Anywhere between, well, let's see, what game are we playing? It all depends on the game.
Okay.
Like an MMO, I can go 40 again. I can do a 40-man raid.
See, that seems too chaotic for me.
No, that's the fun.
That's too chaotic.
Yeah, but you have
Like,
to have,
whereas-
at that point,
you have
got,
to have a command structure at
Right.
that
No.
point.
If you want to feel like a Roman legion, you do a 40-man raid, and you get a good, like you said, no, you got to have a
You
good
need
command.
to have command
Yeah.
structure.
And you
And-
got lieutenant. I was in some epic guilds back in the day, man. I mean,
And you can't break command. If you want to change something, you got to go to the lieutenant,
Leroy
then
Jenkins,
the captain.
Leroy Jenkins broke command, and you saw what happened there. Chaos.
Died.
Yeah.
Died.
At least he had chicken.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's famous. He's famous for breaking command.
So
The most,
honestly,
the most famous deserter in history, perhaps.
He
Leroy
wasn't a
Jenkins.
deserter. He was a provocateur.
No, honestly, give me a game genre, and I can answer that question better.
Okay, first person shooters. Co-op.
2 to 5.
Okay, but that's not a sweet spot.
Technically, that's the lowest amount of co-op possible. You know?
3.5 is your answer.
Every number.
3.3.
Every number possible.
That's a hard
Which is
question.
2 and up.
It's really because co-op. I mean,
Okay, well let's
it's
move,
a hard question.
Let's move to spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy. What do you think
4.
is the sweet? 4. You think 4 is the
Four
sweet
is
spot?
perfect. Yeah. And if it's like a single player co-op, like if it's not a multiplayer FPS, then I really like 2.
You like 2?
Like what's
2
that
for
game that just came
campaign?
out? Like the prison game.
A Way Out.
A Way Out. That's a great co-op game. Splinter Cell used to have a good 2-player co-op thing going.
So I would say,
so single player 2, multiplayer 4.
I agree with you. I think the minimum option you should have co-op is 4. I do get bugged as well with 3. I think 3, the odd number. I think there's just something about odd numbers that is not as fulfilling. I don't know what it is, but 3 in Destiny, there are times it's like, well, 3 spots. See you later. 6 is nice. 6 nails it. I like 6 on the high end. I think for co-op, 6 is the sweet spot if you want a bigger type. I think beyond 6, you're getting into too much. It's too chaotic. But 2 groups of 3 that you can split up, or 3 groups of 2 that you can split up and work together to do something works really well. 4 is a sweet spot for low end. I think 6 is the sweet spot for high end myself.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
At least that I've experienced. Like I cannot imagine doing a 20-man raid
25
in
man
chat.
is what they
Granted,
do.
you're on keyboard chat, so that's different.
Well, no, you're in like
TeamSpeak.
Vent or TeamSpeak
Oh, okay.
or
Discord
Discord
now.
has become
Discord
more
now,
popular,
yeah. But with 20 people going at it, there has to be, or 40 people. 40
Dude, that's
people
back-
in a
they- see,
Discord
they-
channel.
They don't.
Oh my gosh!
They don't do that
Everybody
anymore.
shut up! I'm trying to hear Frank.
Yeah.
They don't do that 40-man raid. I think it's 10 and 25-man raids are the big ones in Warcraft now. But it's a good time when you get a good group together.
Yeah.
And it depends on the game, like Jordan says.
Yeah, I know. I definitely agree with that point. So with a 40-man raid, I imagine the way you do it is you have a speak and listen. So for instance, if I'm the commander of a 40-man raid, I can speak, nobody else can, and you can set this in Discord.
Command structure.
You can set this in Discord. Yeah, I can speak, nobody else can, but everybody can listen.
No, yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was.
I still think
you
that's-
had your.
I think 4 and 6.
You had like
myself.
different group leaders and
and
stuff.
for McSpicy 2 and 4.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you notice, all even numbers 2, 4, 6. Even 20 is an even number.
Except 3, which Jordan was 3.5 technically.
He was anywhere between 3 and 5.
No,
which are
2
both
and
odd
5,
numbers,
which is technically
which makes no sense, Jordan.
that's technically a cop out answer.
Great question. Thank you very much, Scott Carpenter, for writing that in. Nick writes in, and this is let's gear this towards Mr. McSpicy because he's a fan of both these games. Nick writes in and says Red Dead is just around the corner, so excited. But can GTA Online survive the release of Red Dead Redemption? He says, I'm an avid Los Santos resident, and I would hate to see this once thriving city get pushed to the back burner. Do you think that's going to happen? With the release of Red Dead Redemption, we all agree that I think they're going to make a heavy push with online.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just Red Dead Redemption.
Because it makes them money.
Makes them so much money.
Yeah.
Do you think that as a result, GTA Online will be on the back burner? And even if it's not on the back burner, will there be a large enough audience there with a Red Dead Redemption? Especially, let's assume that it does well, that it meets expectations. Or do you think it's going to die off?
So Rockstar can handle this different ways. And I think Rockstar is really smart, and I think they'll handle it right. How I would do it, well, first of all, games have a lifespan, and games will die out. That's just the nature of it.
The natural order of life.
It's the natural order. Unless you're Blizzard,
Sure.
then the games last forever and still make you money for your yachts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Grand Theft Auto Online
For your yachts.
could be that. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes so much money, and
It's so fun.
It's really fun, and they're always bringing
Adding
out new
stuff,
cool things. But I think they can keep Grand Theft Auto Online going, and we've talked about this in a show a while ago actually. I think they can keep it going at the same time, create the popularity and make a Red Dead Redemption Online.
Yeah.
And how I think they should do it, and how I think it would work is, lore wise, they would have the players that earn money, because that's what Grand Theft Auto Online runs by. It's money and rep, right?
Yeah.
You go, and it's in-game currency money. It's not real money, but you can buy it. But you go in Red Dead Redemption, you go, any money I earn, will go to my great grandkid in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Inheritance or treasure map or something.
Treasure, and they can once a week retrieve that bank account.
So they work together.
And they would put in Red
just
Dead
one
Redemption, you would have to go to the bank and you would deposit it into your bond.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then you can retrieve it.
It's a way to get wealthy in Grand Theft Auto because those bonds have got to cash out way high.
Yeah.
Inflation, all that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I think it can work. And that would keep both games really... Not only that, but it would encourage
you to play both games.
It would encourage you. It wouldn't split the community at all. So that's how I think. That's how I would do it. Rockstar probably will come up with a better way to do it, but that's how I think would be really lore-wise really cool.
I think that's an awesome way, and that they become the next MMO. I really believe they've got it. That's the future of MMOs. Sandbox is the future MMO style. Not now. Sea of Thieves is a little bit different because it's grindy, but still it's a sandbox grind. If you're going to do a grind, I think that's the way to do it. Grand Theft Auto, it technically has the grind too. You got to complete all these different activities to get money to work up or go, rob people or do missions, and you get money. The sandbox is the new MMO in my opinion. I think that's a great way to do it. Jordan, anything you disagree with? You agree with?
No, honestly, I think Rockstar's gonna do something, and
another cop out answer.
No,
2 to 5.
No, and honestly, I think. I also think if
that's a perfect number. 2 to 5.
I also think if they decide not to do something, they will still make a lot of money.
Yeah,
because they know the formula for success.
Yeah, I agree, and I think I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think their online connectivity issues will be non-existent in Red Dead.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think for the most part they will have it all figured out.
They have a pedigree of certain things, good and bad.
I mean.
So
I don't know. It's just Grand Theft Auto.
At least we won't have cell phones.
This is true.
That ruins it.
Smoke signals.
Do you think they all took a 30-day class on how to make a good network or something, and that's what they're implementing?
A networking class.
Yeah, they all went.
It's
network
a
administration class.
Yeah, they went down to the local college.
Okay, 1001.
Oh,
okay.
That's how they connect. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. But with the thing is like Rockstar, I think all their online features with all the games I've played let's start with Grand Theft Auto 4, then Red Dead Redemption, then Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
I think they all had issues, didn't they? I mean,
everyone.
They all. I mean, eventually
the worst ones were any game that had a cell phone in it.
So the Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah, but even then, even the original Red Dead Redemption had problems.
Yeah.
For the first 2.5 months, and then at least you could connect to games.
Yeah, so I don't.
But it still had other issues.
Yeah. I agree with City Clark Kent. He says Rockstar does something or nothing. That's how they cover their bases. I mean, that's them.
That's basically what you said. Well, he's making fun of you.
Yeah, no, they do. Let's be honest. If Rockstar does nothing, I mean, everybody's like, that's Rockstar.
That's what they do.
Yeah, if they do something, yeah.
So anyway.
Great questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for writing in, and thank you for joining us on this week's podcast. That does us for the day. What a great week. What a great podcast. It's always great to hang out with you guys in Radio Land there. It's always great to talk games. Join us next week for another fantastic podcast. Mr. McSpicy, what will you be up to? What are your gaming plans this week?
You always ask this question. I have no idea.
This week you're going shoot by the hip this time.
You know what? You know what I did this week that I did something this week that I've never done before.
Okay. Are you ashamed of it?
Well,
does it bring shame?
I had to have
a
talk with my wife.
Bring shame to the Mark clan.
Bring shame to you.
It kind of does, but I'm kind of proud of it at the same time. No, technically a free to play game.
Oh,
I spent money on.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of money on it. I put down $100 on Fortnite because their skins. I can't help myself. I get it now. Skins, I used to make fun of people that play Candy Crush and why would you buy a sucker? That gets you past the level. I don't get it. I never got it. Oh, I get it now. That game fuels me.
Fuels you.
I bought $100 worth of V-Bucks just to buy the River Dance.
You know what they should do? Looking at your shirt, they should have a banana skin.
The banana.
Like a banana suit skin?
That would be hilarious.
You could just do mascots like that, too. You could do mascots for anything.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Like the Oregon Duck or something like that, you know?
The Chuck E. Cheese mouse.
That would be hilarious.
So Fortnite just...
I would love that.
Yeah.
The Chuck E. Cheese.
The Chuck E. Cheese mouse.
He's scary. You don't want to see that guy running at you.
Just
Running at
this
you
big
with a-
Mountain Dew can running at you.
At you with a gun. Chuck E. Cheese mouse with his big old ears.
This is like a horror
and
movie.
a smile on his face. Like, oh, man.
I bet that hitbox is huge on him. Big old headshot right there. Because his head's huge.
No, what would be cool is if it wasn't, it was still the number thing, but when you hit parts of his mask, like it ripped off. So like this side was gone, you could see his face underneath.
Morbid.
We're totally destroying Chuck E. Cheese, huh? Just
They did come out with cool bunny costumes for Easter.
I got one of the bunny costumes.
Did you get the pickaxe?
I did not get the pickaxe.
That was great.
That looked really cool. No, you should see their new skin today.
Is it good?
I hope it's still there.
Yes.
You want it. You want to buy it. I kid you not. They do so good at the dances and the emotes and the skins. And so I passed up Saturday Night Fever dance.
Wow, that's funny.
That's what did it, because it was
That's how they get you.
It was like 5 dances in a row, and then because they're gone, they disappear into the ether of their world. And I'm like, I'm never having this happen to me again. I'm like, screw it, $100, fun money gone, right there, gone. And,
Whoa, that's
awesome.
big time. That's
Yeah.
commitment. That's what you
what I
did
do.
there. So you're going to be in a Fortnite this week to get your $100 worth, basically, is what you're saying.
Well, I love Fortnite. Fortnite's very fun, man.
Jordan, how about you? What will you be up to?
So I'll be doing the same thing I did last week. I'll be playing a little bit more Far
Boom,
Cry,
baby.
100%ing that.
Boom, baby.
I'll probably jump into Smite again. Some more Smite.
Maybe
'cause
I'll join you. Maybe
I
I'll
was
join
having
you.
fun. I was
Let
having
me
a
know
good
and
time.
I'll join you.
And then, of course, I'm really excited to try out Tera on the console. I think it's
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would like to try that out as well.
it's free. Just download it. What do you got to lose?
Okay, you
Unless you're
convinced me.
data capped,
Just
you got a
convince
lot
me.
to lose.
You
But
just convinced me.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Are you guys going to jump into Minecraft this week and check out I'll hook you up with some flight.
I already have one.
You already.
Well, I don't have fireworks.
We can
so.
fly around together.
I-
I've got a
'cause
lot of.
remember,
I got
I
a
was-
whole shulker
I was
box
part of
full
the-
fireworks.
I was part of the original raid, and so
Oh, yeah.
I got a nice
we
squirrel
got,
suit.
good raid.
We got him, baby.
Yeah.
We got him.
Yeah.
I will be playing Minecraft. I'm going to be jumping into Sea of Thieves and probably some Smite, maybe. That sounds interesting. I also kind of want to get my drive on in some Forza Horizon 3. I'd get to that 100% mark, although the drifting is what's going to keep me from that. But that does us for the day. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. For those of you in chat, in Mixer, stay tuned. We're going to do a raid right after the show, and that's always a party. Let me tell you, it's an after party. You want to be a part of the after party? Come watch us live every Friday, mixer.com/X1Bros. I also stream every morning, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. No,
5:30.
5:30 Pacific.
You just go in the morning.
4:30 Pacific. Come join us. See you guys next week.